Test, test. Alright, good evening everybody. I'm Seagold and welcome back to Horror Survivor Livestream. So tonight I am still working on my barrows glove, basically. I gotta finish RFD. And in order to do so, I've gotta level up my fishing. Which I guess nobody's here. I should have stayed with this earlier. Oh, there we go, that's why. There we go. That's how we gonna level it up. Fuck. Well, I didn't realize that that was on my person when I walked in here. But hey, you know what? It's all good. Let's go. Let's get the fish. Ooh, we had double. That's the spot right here.
Krisha Humphrey said hi.
What is up, Crucial? How you doing tonight?
Krisha
Welcome
Humphrey
on
said
into the
hello.
stream. I feel like I attached to that a little soon.
Krisha Humphrey said good.
Man, that's good. Do you play RuneScape or you just passing through on the Doom Scroll?
Alex Super Legend 1 said, I'm a troll.
What is up, Alex? Welcome on in, bro. How you been? Damn, I feel like I haven't seen you in like 3 days. It's probably... Wait, no, I did do this
Alex,
yesterday.
The Legend 1 said, good man.
That's good. Maybe I did do this premature.
Alex the Legend 1 said, I know right. I've missed you, bro. No homo.
The no homo from the bot.
Krisha Humphrey said, Land Stars and Stars with Shame They Could Chaps the Wild Shows and Thus for You. Alex Dog, Dodgin' One said,
What?
I like chillin' with you. Alex, the One Legend One, said, just been working like a good bitch.
Dude.
Alex Dots.
I like chilling with you too, homie.
Haha.
And yeah, I'm probably going back next week.
Said you suck.
Next week after.
Alex, the Wit Legend One, said it's funny. Krisha Humphrey said,
What is up, Malik Cooley? How you doing tonight? Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button for me, fellas. Yeah. Prisha, what did I miss, bro?
Krisha Humphrey said,
All I saw was wrong
Krisha
spelling.
Humphrey said, goo, goo. Jessica Irvin, M4 meter, said, hi.
What's up, Jess? How you doing? Welcome on in. Oh shit, I gotta go harpoon. Put in the spot. Put
Alex
in the
the
spot.
Zor, Legend 1 said, well, bro, I hope you can juggle the grind, man, but happy for you at the same time.
Yeah, I imagine so. I'm just basically doing stuff I was doing already. Well, except for playing RuneScape, I really wasn't doing. But, you know, I'd get off work and play like PlayStation or Magic the Gathering or
Alex,
something.
the Welligin 1
Or
said,
just sit there and doom
great.
scroll.
Another leg insert drum sound.
Yeah.
Krishai Humphrey said, so, minus Japanese practice significant.
They didn't pay me right from this leg. Bye, Creasel. I appreciate you stopping in. That's some weird ass letters you got. What the fuck? Some weird ass letters you have there, by the way. I've never seen anybody would do that shit before. But yeah, I'm not trying to break another leg. It'd be different if like I got paid right for this broken leg. Like you think like, man, he broke a leg. He, you know, on the job at like a
Slater said,
multi-million dollar, billion-dollar company. Multi-million. Say multi-million. Get the fuck over there. The fuck over. I'm dead.
Slater said, you suck.
Damn, Slater.
Alex,
That one hurt the most
Legend
right there
one
coming
said,
from you.
haha, Crowley Japanesey. Slater said, you suck.
Slater, your mom, bro. Take the rope, take the hammer. How y'all doing tonight, though? Y'all don't forget to smash that like button for me. And that subscribe button if you haven't already. I mean, I'm just over here trying to knock out my fishing. And then I gotta knock out mining. But at least this is an interesting little mini game to watch, though. Damn, I lost like fucking 9 people. 10 seconds. Aside, though, you can't win them all. Slater, you still there? What happened to you, bro? I feel like we had a moment.
Alex, the Closure Legend one said, did you die?
Nah, the wave got me. But it didn't really get me for that much, for real, so it's not a big of a deal. I knew that shit was gonna happen.
Alex, the Legend one said, I have not done that yet.
What, the Temporos stuff?
Patel, 523,
It's just a mini game.
Said, you suck. Suraj Patel 52317 said, so.
What's up,
Alex,
Siraja?
the Zeus
Welcome on in.
Said, just doing a bunch of plank make earn.
Oh, okay. Getting that construction level up. I gotta do that shit too, for real, for real. Damn. Alright, let me go drop some shit off at the bank. Actually, let me go net the reward pool.
Slater
and then
said,
I drop it off
am
at
I
the bank.
banned?
Nah, bro. You good? You ain't saying anything too out of hand? You don't want to be banned anyway. This is supposed to bot to be at 12 a.m. on a random Thursday morning. Dude, this is it. This is like the excitement. The thick of the action.
Suraj Patel 52317 said, my cousin is here. Slater said,
Sweet.
sure.
And hell yeah, Slater. Hell yeah. Shirt. Dude. I scroll the doom scroll the motherfucking live streams, yo, just to see what's out there. It's boring as fuck.
Support Horror Survivor and browse
It's
our
boring
growing
as
collection
all
of
fuck out
gaming
there.
and horror-inspired apparel. Amazon
Unless you
shop,
want to see titties bouncing. There we go.
https://www.amazon.com/shops/horror survivor. Etsy shop
I forgot to put the money to fucking the bank.
https://c4heroco.etsy.com. Suraj Patel 52317 said hello.
What is up, Suraj? How
Slater
you
said,
doing?
"Want is this?"
This is Old School RuneScape right here, bro.
SURAJPATEL 523117 said hi. Slater said, "Game."
I'm just saying on like the other streams, you know what I mean? Like
Alex
that's about all
the
that's out
Legend
there.
One
Is
said, "Titties."
it's
Where?
like brain rot or titties.
Suraj Patel 52317 said hello. Slater said, "I am 9."
That's good, Slater. Ain't it past your bedtime, bro? Where are your parents at?
Suraj Patel
Put your mom on the phone.
52317 said, "This is my dream to be on a live stream."
Yo, it's not hard to do. A lot of people doing it from their phone. God damn it. God damn it. Did it fucking get me? It fucking got me. A lot of folks are doing it from their phone now. Maybe not this game, but
Slater said, "I have 6,000 years."
nah, I don't
Slater said,
have that long. You have 6,000 views. That's not bad.
Suraj Patel 52317 said, "I'm also 9."
It's terrible. Why do I got a bunch of kids in here? Where y'all kids from? Man, why is it I ask and everybody just bounce? It's all good.
Slater said, "USA."
Word?
Suraj Patel 52317 said, "You're the best streamer."
Yeah. I mean, the best streamer right now. I mean, to me anyway. Like I said, there's not a whole lot. We could scroll it together. We can see if there's anybody else doing something more interesting on here. But like, I was just looking. I didn't
Slater
see
said, "I
anything
have
going
the
on.
worst teacher for school."
Yeah, it's that good old U.S. Education system, broski. They want workers, not thinkers. They want you to know how to read, do math, and shut the fuck up. Actually, they don't even really want you to be good at math, because if you understand math, you know that they're robbing you for your paycheck. Come on, get to the pole, get to the pole, get to the pole, get to the pole.
Slater said, "I have this 1,000-year-old teacher called Mrs. Alger." Suraj Patel 52317 said, "My sister is with me."
Okay, well that's awesome. Welcome on into the stream. Y'all don't forget to smash, double tap the screen. Y'all smash that like button for me. Let's get some more folks up in here. Busting this big ass sea monster ass.
Slater said, "I subbed."
I appreciate the sub. Shoot. Normally I have like a little pop-up, but it doesn't always work. Oh shit, I gotta get up off of here. Ah shit, I gotta go get the hammer. Get the hammer. Get the hammer. 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 Roll out.
Suraj Patel 52317 said, My mom is with me.
Okay, well that's
Alex,
good.
the swear legend one, said, I'm still lost in Tidius.
I mean, if you, oh wait, I can't. I don't wanna offend homie and his mom. But they there,
Slater
bro.
said,
They there.
now he is lying.
I mean, where's it at? Where's it at? Bam.
Alex, the
There it
legend one,
is.
said, haha. Alex R. the Zue, legend
Some
one,
good old
said, I got
degeneracy
you.
on a Thursday. Alex, you're probably not even on the mobile stream,
Alex,
bro.
the legend one, said, I'm just a sick fuck.
Right? Most of us are, bro. Most of us are. It's just like, what brand of degeneracy do you subscribe to?
Slater said, what the hell?
Huh, what happened? Oh, shit.
Alex, the fourth legend one, said, yeah, I need to. I got so much gong on unearn. Alex, the
Said I'll do
legend
better.
one, said, I'll do better.
You alright, homie.
Alex underscore legend one said, when do I get my first paycheck? Slater said, naked women.
First paycheck from what? What are we talking about? Oh, Slater, they gone, bro.
Alex,
You don't even gotta worry about them
the
no
legend
more.
one said, I'm a mod, bro.
Shit. I don't make no money from this shit. And you're really not modding much at the moment.
Alex, the legend
You gotta
one
wait
said,
till like we in the
relax, bro, TBH.
in the 15, 20K motherfucking group of people mark. I gotta figure out how to get there
Alex,
first.
the legend one said, ha ha ha.
Ooh, and then what about Twitch and Kick? Yo, Twitch and Kick just sitting there like modless.
Alex, our fair legend one said, bro, what an insult. Alex, the legend one said, we will get there.
Oh, hell yeah.
Slater said,
They don't
"Why do I
destroy
only see
the
text
country
but no
first.
bears?"
Because home dudes on the other stream on YouTube
Alex, the legend one said, we get
and
to
the other
that
folks
point,
are
I'll
on
have to
Twitch
quit
or
the
Kick,
job.
right? Shit, that's the overall goal, bro. Escape gain financial freedom, escape that slavery
Alex,
bullshit they got
the
going on.
legend one said, not in out lifetime.
Oh, we'll see the
Alex,
dollar go to
the
zero in our
slay
lifetime,
legend
bro.
one said, our starster.
We'll see the dollar go to zero in our lifetime. Watch. It's almost there now. Shit.
Slater said, do you play different games?
Yeah, I play this, Dead by Daylight, Magic the Gathering,
Alex, the legend one said,
Gran
why does
Turismo
financial
7.
freedom have to be so fucking hard?
Because they want to keep us enslaved, bro. That was the whole goal all along. All they did was change the terms. They gave our like great grandfathers and grandfathers a little taste of like, something so that we could think we could achieve the same thing and then pull the rug out from under
Pack
us.
up my bags and go to Amazon or Vietnamese.
Oh yeah, I just had my physical therapist and her husband moved to
underscore
Indonesia.
Legend one said, live like
She saw the writing on the wall too, bro.
Slater said, I think the other guy's mom was there.
Probably. We'll be alright. Welcome to America. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I can get that shit there. I put the shit up right here.
Alex Other Sir, Legend one, said white man bring water and fire.
Shit. And civilization, bro. Don't forget about civilization.
Alex, the Gore Legend one
White
said,
man brought not
"Here,
shit
have some
hole in
power.
ground.
We call it fiat." Slater said, "You better comment on me."
I did, Slater.
Said, "On my
Damn.
channels."
Oh, if I see him, bro. I mean, that's.
Alex Garris, the
What do you
Legend one
do?
said,
Oh,
"So
oh,
funny."
oh, oh. Right. Oh, need the bucket and the water pump. Let me go off get the fish. I've been getting my ass beat. Oh damn! How are they already cooking them?
Alex, the Legend one said, "You know, if you didn't stream 2 diff modes, I would have to watch both." Alex, the Legend one said, "Like and sub fools." Slater said, "Why does bro look like his room is in hell?"
It's just a
Alex,
red
the
light from
Sword,
the
Legend
neon.
one said, "We real around here."
Right, though.
Alex W. Legend 1 said, "Because we are in hell, we have to fight out way out."
That is for goddamn sure, bro. That's something I'm pretty certain of too. Is that it's both of them are just planes of existence on this, here and now, depending on your
Slater
perspective.
said, "Why is name blue?"
Why is what name blue? Probably because he's a mod.
Slater said, "Alex, the legend."
Because he's a mod.
Alex Earth, the Duskgore Legend 1 said one of the same.
Right. I'm just waiting until we start seeing Tesla bots at McDonald's. That's when we should start being concerned. Like that's when they are officially done with us. Let's go back. Go back, cook that shit. I ain't say you were done.
Alex, the Legend 1 said, "Bro, all the high school kids got it coming."
Oh yeah, yo. I don't know
Slater
what the
said,
fuck these kids are
"Who is
gonna
the
do.
girl in the background?"
The fuck is you talking about?
Alex, though Legend 1, said no more $20 in HR to make burgers.
Oh yeah, that ain't happening. Fuck, they're for real. Realistically though, bro, they're not really working them jobs anyway. It's either the folks that just got
Alex,
here from the
the
other
Legend
countries
1
are
said,
working those jobs,
"Bro, my burgers never
or
get cheaper."
like the grown ass adults that got laid off from the higher up jobs are working those jobs. It's very rare anymore. I see like a kid working like a
Slater
fast
said,
food fucking
"Who's
place,
that girl
except for
saying our
like,
names?"
what do you mean? It's my bot.
Alex, the Legend 1 said, "Dummy jobs."
Yeah, they're not really hiring like kids for these dummy jobs no more. Fuck, they're really not hiring adults for them either. Yo, I tried applying to Walmart and all that shit. Man, but
Alex,
I got the job, but it was only
Legend
paying
1 said,
$15 an hour, and I was like,
"You
fuck all
ever
that.
see Waiting?"
Yeah, I've seen Waiting. Waiting's a classic, bro. Waiting is a classic.
Alex Undcore. Legend 1 said, "That's my wife Sal." Alex Arned Sweet Legend 1 said she talks sweet.
Yeah, Waiting is great. Hey, go back, go back, go back, go back, 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 motherfucker. I feel like if you're gonna work in a restaurant or something like that, you gotta watch Waiting. It should be mandatory. And you know what? I'm glad I took like the what extra hour or two to fucking like make my bot a little bit better because most other motherfuckers should have got the base model shit. I'm watching
Slater
motherfuckers
said,
with like
"Is this live?"
5K subs and they, yeah, it's live, bro. You want to see me like do a
Alex,
jumping jack
the
or something?
Swum Legend One said, "Yes, sir."
Oh, get the fuck away from it. 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 God damn it.
Slater said, "You just repeated yourself."
Probably. I gotta repeat myself a lot, yo. It happens. It happens a lot. Like and subscribe too. There's another one.
Alex, the Legend One said, "It happens."
And I kind of gotta like stay like animated and shit. Otherwise, like the viewer count just kind of tank. You should see the other motherfuckers trying to do this.
The
This is crazy.
Legend One said, "You see a matrix glitch."
Oh yeah,
Slater said 67.
I done seen the whole Matrix by now, bro. It's wild. I'd rather just be crazy. I'd rather not know what I know. Just be either
Alex,
crazy
Legend One
or
said,
just be, you know,
"No."
blissfully unaware of what the
67.
fuck's going on. Homie really said 6'7" in the stream, yo. Homie really is 9. They're not joking either, Alex, when they're saying this shit like the
Alex,
kids, so
the
it's
Legend
wild.
One said he
I
had
checked
the
my
blue.
analytics. They really are kids. It's like, man, I am not supposed to be like the best role model for these kids either. Because I'm just going to tell them about how they fucked.
Slater said, "Who is the girl in the background?"
It's a bot.
Slater
I
said,
don't
"I
know.
didn't hear you."
Microsoft or something like that.
Alex, or the Legend One said, "Yeah, I get it." Alex, the Legend One said, "But the parents are allowing them on here."
Yeah, well, the parents already got fucking immensely
Two Broncos,
co-opted by these
6833
people to begin
said,
with.
"How old are you?"
I just turned
Alex,
35 yesterday.
the Legend One said, "Sink or swim."
Right? And the cannons aren't needed anymore. Oh, did we win?
The
Oh, we won.
Legend One said, "I am father time." Alex, the Legend One said yesterday.
Yeah, yo.
Chubraka
My girl got me a
68
3D
said,
printer.
"Happy birthday, oldie."
Right. Appreciate y'all.
Alex, the Legend One, said, "Happy motherfucking birthday, bro."
Appreciate it.
Slater
Shit.
said, "Happy late birthday."
Yeah, by the time I actually got like a chance to sit down on the computer, it was already like 11 or so. I was like,
Alex,
man, fuck
the
that shit. I ain't
Legend
streaming.
One said, "Hell yeah." What one? You old fart?
35. Not that old. I will say though, I've probably been in like the best health. So, I'm in better health now than when I was 25. I mean, I was a big old like goofy motherfucker, yo.
Alex,
I don't want to talk to you. Get the fish.
the Legend One, said he will be printing out dick whistles for his boss in no time.
The fuck is a
Slater said,
dick whistle?
"Sure, about that." Chubraka 6833 said, "You are closer to 40 than 30 now. You as old as Socrates."
Yeah. I'd be less concerned if they weren't working to like reverse aging by 2040. I'm just gotta make enough money to be part of that squad. I probably will be. I feel like I'm fucking stuck here to
Alex,
watch this shit
the
burn.
Gore Legend One said, "Man, I should have sent them to you in disc."
Then what?
Alex,
Oh, Discord.
Score Legend One said, "Almost got me fired."
What? Penis
Slater
whistle?
said, "I am 9, I said."
You alright, bro? You in the adult stream? You gonna have to go find the Roblox streamer or some shit.
Alex, the
You gonna
Legend
hear about
One
what's
said,
going on?
"We're
I ain't
the
sugarcoating
super
shit, bro. This
Apocrypha
ain't Willy
Rex."
Wonka Chocolate Factory. Super Cockosaurus Rex. Why? Don't tether.
Slater said, I don't have Roblox.
That's probably good, homie. That's probably good
Alex
you don't have
Ware, the
Roblox.
Bobos Legend one, said, Bro, if you're not 18, not the stream for you.
I mean, really, it's not. I don't care either way. It's a issue with the parents as far as I'm concerned. Oh shit.
Alex, the
But it's
Legend
engagement,
one,
and I
said,
mean the
quit
algorithm
like the
loves it.
stream before. I give you the boot. Slater said, I am sorry, but I play pics.
The
Slater
fuck is
said,
I play
PKXD.
picks?
Chubraka 6833 said, do you have kids?
No.
Alex W.
I've been like
Buck,
step
Legend
parent
one,
and all
said,
that,
I care. That's how we make the money.
right?
Alex, the Legend one, said, haha. Alex, the one Legend one, said JPay. Alex, the Legend one, said, I have a kid.
Here, that's good, homie. Is a growing like a abnormal amount of folks our age are just not having kids.
Alex, the Legend one, said he hit me in the balls today with a Nerf gun.
See, that's a great father-son moment right there.
Slater said, how old are you?
35, yo? What are you talking
Slater
about,
said,
homie?
Alex, the Legend one, said, haha.
Alex probably about
Alex,
35
the
too.
Legend one, said, I'm almost 36.
Like I said, we all like the same age on here, yo. It's wild, this shit. Within like 3 years.
Slater said. Chubraka 6833 said, I'm 30.
Dude, what's up? That's what I mean. Well, within 5 years, but still.
Alex, the Legend one, said, damn, you're a baby.
Right. Homie, almost 12. But I'm alright with it, because I don't realize that, like, all, like, the hot male roles in the movies
Alex,
that these bitches
the
watched, they were
Square
all, like,
Legend one,
our
said
age
11
now.
3/4. Slater said, I don't even have
Just
a
got a
phone
motherfucker
yet.
bust a workout.
Switch on VR said, hi.
What's up, Switch On? Welcome on in, bro. How you doing tonight?
Alex,
I gotta
the
go get a rope.
Legend one, said, nah, that's good. Almost had to boot you and abuse my power.
That's terrible. They aight.
Switch on VR said, good.
It's the ones that go crazy and just start spamming absolute nonsense in the chat that
Alex
irritate me, yo.
the Legend one, said, switch on VR. What up, homie? Alex and the Legend one said, ha ha ha. Alex Reed, the Legend one, said, I'm just playing, man. Slater said,
Oh, it's all
how
good.
old are you? Switch. Slater said, I have my dad phone.
I bet you do, bro. I want
Slater
the pet.
said, I have my iPad.
These iPad kids, man.
Switch on VR said 12.
God damn. My 3-letter
Chubraka,
agent is laughing his ass
6833
off
said,
right now.
being a guy in your 30s just shows how much O objects we are.
What the fuck is O object? Misspelled.
Chubraka 6833 said misspelled. Alex the Wed, Legend 1 said at 30.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you,
Alex the
you just gotta motherfucker hit
Legend
the
1 said,
gym.
okay,
Hope you didn't get
okay, I
cursed with that male
understand.
pattern baldness, yo. You good.
Slater said, I love this stream.
I don't gotta do anything here anyway. No.
Slater
Bastard.
said, worth a sub.
Should I appreciate the sub? Your dad just gonna go through and be like, what the fuck is this, and take
Alex
it off of
Burrow
there.
ATO. Legend 1 said, like and sub everyone.
Hell yeah,
Switch on
smash
VR
that
said, you're
like
my
button for me.
favorite. Alex the
Yeah, that's good. I'm
Legend
glad.
1 said, we real in here.
Yeah, pretty
Alex,
much, yo.
the
There's too much
Legend
fake
1
bullshit
said,
on this channel already. Or this streaming service and all of it. For real, oh my god. Hop back on the boat. Gotta grab a hammer.
Stable person said, I think I got my body pillow pregnant, but I don't know how to ask the parents for her hand in marriage. Any advice?
Man, what the fuck is going on right now? You just gotta look that Papa Pillow dead in the eyes and be like, I love your daughter, bro. That's all you gotta do. She's my waifu, or whatever the fuck y'all dorks say. Damn, I don't even think homie's joking either. I think that was like he wanted real advice right now.
Stable person said, I knew you could relate. Thanks, Big Daddy.
Stupid fucker, yo. Don't fuck around and get caught up with a shotgun wedding now. Shotgun pillow wedding.
Alex, the Legend 1 said, okay, I'ma slack on my mod job and bounce, bro. Alex, the Legend 1 said, family time.
Dude, you're good, bro. I appreciate you stopping in. I'll probably be going for at least another hour or two. I'm gonna try and knock out all the levels I can tonight so I can get on with the good shit tomorrow.
Alex, the Legend 1 said, happy birthday, bro. Sorry I'm late.
Oh, you're good, bro. I appreciate you.
Slater said, you suck, I had to say it.
I know, Slater. You can't help it, bro. It's all good. Goddamn kids.
Slater said JK. Alex, the good Legend 1 said, GN everyone. Alex, the Legend 1 said they alright. Slater said, I thought you would ban me.
Nah, you right at the moment.
Alex, the Legend 1
Yeah,
said,
just gotta go
we'll
4
have to
more.
run the word at some point.
Right, though. Hop on the Discord and all that. That sounds good, bro.
Alex,
Get up on there
the
when I'm not streaming one of
Legend
these
1
mornings or
said
something.
49. Alex, the Voice Legend 1 said grats.
Right. I'm trying to get to 53 right now. I'm fucking making it though. I just don't think this is faster than just fishing. You know what I mean? Just like throw the hook in, post up, let them catch the fish. I feel like this is taking like a lot longer. I'd have been at 53 by now if I'd have just stayed catching whatever the fuck I was doing. Salmon or what the fuck's the other one? Yeah, salmon and fucking mackerel or whatever the fuck it was. Shit, I appreciate you stopping in though, bro. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. I try and get on and do this a little earlier in the night.
Slater said, I am sorry, but I am going to watch someone else be here later.
Alright, bro, you're good.
Stable person setup cost, buddy? Gotta go build a pillow fort, if you know what I mean. See you, Zaddy.
Alright, Stable, you have a good one, bro. Don't forget to smash that like, subscribe button on your way out for me if you haven't already. You take care of that pillow. Oh shit, get that one. Get that one. Oh. I was waiting on this wave to hit so I can fucking run for the totem pole. And down here, start harpooning. And he's done. Okay, I'm gonna be part of the next group to get on the motherfucking island. Alright, let's get it.
If you're over 40, you probably were a...
Oh.
J.D. Vance apparently went on Joe Rogan.
Damn, it got me.
Let's listen to the first one. I guess the first one we'll listen to is the Epstein one, right? Where is the link to this? I guess we'll start with Iran, since we were just talking about Iran, actually. Let's go down to this.
You got to kind of use all tools at our disposal. The military is one tool, but diplomacy is another tool. And I'm very frustrated by the Americans and frankly by people in other countries who are like, you cannot negotiate with the Iranians. Well, then what is your proposal to get people to stop shooting at ships in the Strait of Hormuz?
Blow them up, kill them.
You can bomb them. You can take away their radar. You can take away some of their drones and some of their missiles, but it's just too easy to fire at ships in the straits. So you've got to actually be willing to talk and to try to figure out the problem.
You have to get rid of the government and then have the government enforce it and stop the rest of them from doing it.
What is their proposal? The people that think you shouldn't negotiate with Iran.
I think that their proposal is to
Hold up.
bomb and bomb and bomb.
Yes.
And the honest view, Joe, is that they do not actually have a solution.
I'm gonna listen to the damn thing. I'd rather listen
J.D.
to the
Vance
fucking like Joe Rogan's goddamn version.
You have to consider the fact that it's really possible that the elections get stolen. And the California one was a big one for me.
And
What? You mean that the white dude that was saying I'm gonna get these motherfuckers because they fucking us didn't get it because they rigged it?
Have mail-in.
Milagros 9016 said,
Yeah.
You
Well,
actually
Hi,
saw
I'm back.
Not only did they not
What's up, Milagros? Welcome back on in. How you doing tonight?
you can in fact be like prosecuted if you try to force somebody to show their
Which
ID.
is, that
Yeah.
seems like you want people to cheat.
Right though.
This is from the same
Milagros
people that were saying you have to have
9016
an ID that
said,
shows you've
I'm
been
back.
vaccinated. Just
What's
4
up,
years ago to go to a
Milagros?
restaurant.
I said hi to you. How you doing?
Milagros
Yeah, no,
9016
it's
said,
definitely
good.
that's
And
the
you?
part about
I'm
it
doing good.
that I think makes
Chilling.
most people of my political persuasion skeptical of what the Democrats are doing.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't want to cheat in the election, then just make everybody actually show an ID.
Trying to
What
level
other
up my
people don't
character in
realize is-
RuneScape.
I didn't realize this until a couple years ago. The voter ID solves a lot of the mail-in ballot problem, because if you have to show an ID in order to get a mail-in ballot, in order to actually
Milagros 9016
confirm
said,
that there's a real
"Do you play
identification
Roblox?"
attached to that vote.
No, I don't play
that solves a
Roblox.
big chunk of the
I have a lot of
process.
kids ask me if I do though.
Yes.
Like, I'm not
Every country
skeptical.
does it.
I'm not skeptical. I'm accusing them. I think they stole the election.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I think it's common. And this idea that elections can't be stolen. I always say to people, okay, do you
Milagros
think
9016
that
said,
the amount of
"What other
election
games
fraud
do you
is
play?"
0%? No one thinks that.
Yeah.
Playing. Let's see. This Magic the Gathering, Dead by Daylight, Resident Evil, and Gran Turismo 7 in VR. That's where I'm at right now. Grand Theft Auto when it comes out, probably. We got a little bit of time before that happens.
I think it's 0.
Exactly.
There's always some overzealous person that works somewhere that's doing something There's always crazy people that
Correct.
like blue no matter who, we gotta win, or
Milagros
red no matter what.
9016 said,
There's always people,
I haven't subscribed
right
yet,
and left,
but
that
I
are
will
going
subscribe.
to try to rig the election.
Okay, well,
because
I
they think it's
appreciate it if you
imperative.
do.
Our like, look, we
I'll be here. I got some other
there was
stuff to
people
try out too. I
perpendicularly
just
saying it. Like,
haven't
if we don't win
gotten
this
there
election,
to
we,
it
we
yet.
may never vote again. Like,
Yep.
what the fuck are you
So like
talking
when I'm
about?
doing this like all day
Why?
full time, I
Who's
got
gonna
a shit ton of
tolerate
games to
that?
play,
Left or right?
run
That's
through and whatnot.
crazy.
That's right.
But that attitude allows people to justify cheating.
I gotta get there first.
And I think they cheat. And I think they've been doing it forever. And I don't think there's any other reason why you would have no voter ID. And they try to say, oh, it's racist to have voter ID. Like, what are you talking about? Do you think other races are incapable of going to the DMV? That's insane.
Yeah, it's
racist.
It's actually super racist.
That's
Milagros
really
9016
The
said,
implication of their
I
argument
had
is
tacos
literally
for
like
dinner.
blacks and Hispanics cannot go to the DMV to get an ID. By the way, if you look at the polling,
Oh yeah,
Black
tacos are
Americans
nice.
pro voter ID, even though most Black Americans
Shoot, I
vote
think I like
Democrat,
the week
they're
before last
still
I made
pro
tacos.
voter ID as much as white Americans is.
Most
white
Americans are voter.
So
They
this is a
want
crazy
voter ID,
thing.
except
Yeah.
for operatives.
So I'll offer on the Joe Rogan podcast this deal as vice president of these United States that if Democrats really don't think that there's any cheating,
Shoot, I had
voter ID.
spaghetti, some
I
Olive
just don't
Garden.
know
Give us
how
voter
it's
ID,
not.
and we'll stop talking so
Why
much
is that
about
not
elections.
a federal thing?
We are trying
It's
to
been a
make it
while
federal.
too, so it's great.
We are right now trying to pass the Save America Act. One of its main provisions is a requirement that you do voter ID, and we actually have, I think, a majority of the Senate that would support it. But this is just
Well,
weird.
yeah, they also
Senate
gonna have us
Milagros
do digital ID
9016
too.
said,
A
Do you have a GF?
subsegment of people who
Yeah,
want voter ID.
yeah, I'm
but
basically
won't blow
married.
up the filibuster in order to achieve it. And so they're so married to these old world Senate procedures.
Oh, we beat
that
him.
They're going to make it impossible for us to pass Save America. Now we are, for what it's worth, trying to fix that and trying to address these like weird procedural archaic things. It's insane though. Like, if you ever, okay, I'm sure you hear people talk about the filibuster all the time.
Yeah.
I don't want to go too far down this rabbit hole. Here's what the filibuster is. It is a pure Senate rule. It is a creation of the Senate procedures, which basically says that anything that has to do with the budget is a 50 vote threshold. And everything else, non-budgetary, is a 60 vote threshold. Now, as you can imagine, there's some gray area on things
Milagros
that maybe are
9016
count as
said,
budget issues
Can you
and
show
should
me
be
that
50,
Jason mask
or
so
not
I can take a
budget issues and
screenshot?
count at 60. So what we
Dude,
have tried to
that's-
persuade the Senate to
It's a
do
motherfucking fake
is to
background,
treat
bro.
the voter ID as something that can fall within the 50 vote threshold. And there is no law.
I mean, I
there's
got
no
like,
provision in the
bam.
Constitution.
That's about
It
all
is
you get.
legitimately that there are senators who are so attached to the idea that budget is 50, non-budget is 60, that they're quite literally willing to prevent voter ID in America.
God,
It's nuts, dude.
it's so
It's nuts.
crazy. And it's also like the idea that somehow or another, like Kathy Hochul had the craziest take on it.
Nah.
She often does.
Did you see her take on it?
I have not.
She was talking about black people in
They don't know
inner
what a
cities
computer is?
not even knowing what a computer is. Did you ever see that?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh my God, it was so crazy. And then this one comedian, this black comedian, did this hilarious video where he was like
Milagros
circling around a
9016 said,
computer, staring
"Where
at
did
it,
you
like
get the
touching it,
Jason
like he didn't know
mask?"
what it was.
Chat GPT.
It's just like, what are you talking about? Everyone has a phone. That's
So-
a computer.
So
That's
many
where I
of these
got it
Democratic
from.
talking points presume that their own voters are actual idiots. Right?
Yeah.
That's actually there's a big difference between, Republicans, we sort of presume that our voters are adults, and you don't see that with I'm not saying every Democrat, of course. I don't want to cast too broad of a brush here, but it's like, Gavin Newsom did this speech a few months ago. The president, I think it's the funniest thing ever, because he's like speaking to a group of black
Milagros
leaders and black
9016
businessmen, but
said,
it's like an audience
"Are
that
you
is
vaping?"
95% black.
Nah,
And
that's
they're
just
asking him
my
about his
medical
dyslexia and
inhaler,
his
bro.
struggle with education, and he basically says, "Yeah, I'm not very smart like a lot of you." And it's
Yeah,
like,
I'm like
whoa,
you. I
I'm
can't
like
even
you.
read.
I can't even read. It's like,
Meanwhile,
what?
there's a ton of interviews where he's talking about all the books he reads. Like he's so full of
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, he's full of shit, but it's
admirably full of shit.
Milagros
I
9016 said,
admire
"No, it's not."
the
What?
the sheer tenacity that
What do
he
you
has in
mean?
being full of shit.
Because
it's
agree.
amazing.
It really is amazing.
It's for mental health, bro.
It
Mental
speaks
health.
to the
Milagros
incentives
9016
of- there's
said,
kind of like
"My family smokes
look, there's a
too."
real populism that I'm very much a
Oh,
fan
I
of.
quit
which
smoking
is to be
cigarettes, yo.
responsive to people, but there's like a faux populism.
I quit
of
smoking cigarettes.
the way
That shit
I'm
just
gonna
motherfucker.
appeal to
You just end
people
up paying
is
out
by
on the front
assuming
end
that
and the
they're
back
idiots
end.
and acting like they're idiots.
Yeah.
And then, but if you're committed,
I'm wondering
enough
what
to
kind
that
of super
bit,
cancer I'm gonna get from
eventually
this.
it kind of leaks out what you're doing. And I think that was sort of what Gavin did there, is he told on himself a bit.
Jen Laird
Yeah.
1987
Well, it was
said,
just-
"Me too."
It's just he's bizarre.
Dude, I will say,
He's a bizarre
so
guy.
I've only met Gavin.
It's
I
not gonna be
think
nothing.
one time in my life, and it's such a crazy experience. So, the debate between Biden and Trump.
Jen Laird
during the
1987 said,
2024 cycle,
"My family smoked."
and I'm there. I'm actually doing an interview.
Most of mine did.
Documentary when the debate starts.
Well, not most of mine.
And
Like
there's this clip of me. The
a
debate
good amount of
starts,
mine
I'm
did.
in the middle of this interview. There's a big screen behind me.
Most
as
of
I'm
them are
talking to
gone
the camera,
now.
which is here, and I kind of freeze, and I look back at the TV, and I'm like, oh my god, like this is actually happening. Biden is imploding, because if you remember, it was obvious from the get-go. So
They still never told us who was running the fucking country with fucking mental health issue Biden motherfucking in office. And ain't no one said that shit. Ain't no one said who allowed him to hyperinflate the dollar, who sent the billions upon billions overseas to Israel. Ain't no one said that. Ain't no one do no time. What, no court hearing. Congress couldn't even get to the bottom of the shit, it seems like. I don't fucking get it.
go to the spin room afterwards, and that's where, all these reporters and all the surrogates of the candidates. This is before I was the VP nominee, and I'm just like, talking about how great the president did, how bad President Biden did. Okay, I see Gavin Newsom there, and he literally looks like he's seen a ghost. Like I've never seen a person who, as good of a bullshitter as he is, who realized there was no selling that performance. Like, but can you imagine? Like, try to put yourself in the perspective of a human being.
Milagros
I always try to,
9016
be
said,
empathetic.
"I'm so
where
sorry to hear that my
Joe
grandpa
Biden is
died,
just
and we had to put my
damn.
dog
and you have
down
to
the
go on
same day."
CNN to talk
So
about how great
it was a
of
lot
job
for my
Joe Biden
family.
did.
And
Well,
then
my
my
favorite
papa
is Joe
lost his
Scarborough,
daughter, and
because Joe
just like
Scarborough
family members,
before it
grandma
was
too.
like, I'm gonna say something and F you if you
Damn,
can't
bro.
take
That's
it. This
that is
the
a fucking
sharpest
sad ass
Biden
story
we've
right
ever
there.
seen. Have you ever seen that?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's amazing. And then after the debate, he's like, "We got to get rid of him. He's got to go. He's got to go. Hey! What did you say? You just
Yeah,
said a
that
couple of
debate
months
was
ago,
wild
this is
as
the best
fuck.
Biden ever."
That's wild.
Well, it's like, I wonder what was going
It
on.
was
with that.
funny as
'Cause,
hell
like, the
watching them,
debates were
all the
earlier
news
than they've ever been
newscasters
before.
talk after
And it
the
seemed
debate
to me, it's like there was a concerted effort to
because they
hide
couldn't hide it after
what
that.
was wrong with it.
100%.
100%.
Yes.
Everybody was bullshitting.
Yes.
Everybody was gaslighting us.
Correct.
We all saw it. I remember a friend of mine who's super progressive, super liberal. When I talked about it on a podcast, I'm like, this is crazy. Even if he wins, he's not going to be the guy that's the
Yeah,
president.
the political
You're going to
divide
have his
within the
cabinet
country
that
is
are running it.
wild.
Yeah. Turned out I was right. And they were saying, oh, don't you understand that he has a stutter? And I said, where the fuck was that stutter in the 1990s? Like, that's
right.
crazy.
That's right.
Like a stutter that only shows up when you're 80? That doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense.
Yeah.
Like, this is a lie. You're lying. He's had 2 brain surgeries, like where they have to take the top of your head off. Literally, they have to take like a cap.
Wait, Biden had 2 brain surgeries?
Oh, yeah.
How did I not know this?
You didn't
Yeah,
know
right.
this?
I
How
didn't
does
know
the
that he had
VP
2
not
brain
know it?
surgeries.
2
I ain't hear
brain
about it till
surgeries.
now.
Jamie, please look this
Wow.
up. Make sure that I'm right. I'm 99% sure I'm right. But
Harem
I know he
Irfan,
had
So
NB2Q
that was
said,
like a
"Who the heck is Y?"
Well, it kept him alive. It kept him alive.
What?
I mean, Biden has not undergone recent brain surgery. He underwent 2 successful, life-saving
What the heck is
Oh,
why?
brain
Wow.
surgeries to repair 2 intracranial aneurysms in 1988.
I did not know this.
Yeah,
That's pretty crazy.
his medical.
Some of the
profession-
people on the little screen, that's Joe Rogan and JD Vance, who's like the vice president of the United
Harem
States.
Irfan, NB2Q said, "You won."
What?
Iron Golem 36 said, "iViewersStreamView.com."
Bro, are you drinking?
Harem Irfan, NB2Q said, "Did I ask?"
I don't know what you asked, but you asked something.
professionals have stated that he made a full recovery and suffered no lasting brain damage or cognitive impairment from these procedures.
Harrimer
It's from the
fan,
Washington Post, so you know
NB2Q
it's
said,
accurate.
are
I'm
you?
definitely not biased at all. And these medical professionals, were those the same people
Did you
that
say
said
who
that
the heck
COVID
are
vaccine is
you?
safe and effective?
Probably a future
It's-
papa.
We live in a wonderful time for bullshit. It's like, because they just
do.
bullshit you right to your face. Like,
We do.
He had 2 brain surgeries, like major brain surgeries, because he's having aneurysms. I don't care who
Harrimer
you
fan,
are. That probably
NB2Q
gonna
said,
do
your
some
double
damage.
chin
leave
tells me
some-
you're drunk.
Aneurysms are
leave an impact.
a real problem.
That's a real thing.
Double
Brain
chin?
bleeding. Yeah.
People die from aneurysms all the time.
What?
See, that's the crazy thing is I never even knew about that.
How'd you not know about that? That's nuts. I knew about it.
Well, it
I'm
speaks
mad
to
that that didn't even pop up,
how
though.
constrained our
It
media
didn't even pop
environment
up in
is.
the
Even I
chat.
had never heard
Right. It was not a part of the narrative. It's
That
certainly
means,
not
like, the
for
mod took that
Democrats.
shit off,
But,
like, before it
yeah,
could hit the
he's-
chat.
It was clearly.
That's
I
wild,
just
bro.
don't understand why they ran him in the first place. The whole thing made no sense. And then to have no primary and just stick Kamala in there. And all of a
No.
sudden pretend that she's the best thing ever. And like this idea, like complete flip of her being the least
wild.
popular vice president ever. Always sticking her foot in her mouth. Always saying crazy shit. How dare
Harrimer
we
fan,
say Merry Christmas? Remember
NB2Q
that
said,
one?
I see the reason for double doors.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
Like joy is bad? Merry Christmas is
Motherfucker,
bad?
what are you saying right now, bro? Are you
campaign
alright?
Consultants told me, "Hey, we're going to hit this line because Kamala Harris came out in favor of taxpayer-funded sex changes for illegal aliens." and I remember thinking to myself, "Come on, you guys! Like she didn't really say that. It's taken out of context." And then I go and look at it. I'm like, "Holy shit! She actually said that." And she really was like the very worst version of what the Democrats were producing in 2020. The thing is, they were all doing it because that was the incentives of the party. Like if you remember that debate where it was, do you want taxpayer-funded Medicare for illegal aliens? Which like Medicare is the program to provide health care to the elderly that people pay into for like, your entire work.
Their whole life.
Tax.
And we just gonna give it away for free to the motherfuckers who just got here because fuck you as an American citizen. And it ain't even just America. Pick a country. Any country that's a Western country.
Fried
Fuck you,
Lizard
Western
said,
citizen.
Sup, bro.
The idea that we were going to give.
What's up, Fried?
taxpayer-funded
Welcome on
healthcare
in,
to
bro. How you
aliens,
doing?
It was just insane. It was a 90-10 issue, but their party in 2020
Ah,
got kind of
run,
taken
bitch,
over by
run,
the
bitch, run.
radicals. And I think actually maybe you're seeing a little bit of that happening right now, where it seems like the radical organizations, the nonprofits, the donors are pushing the party in a direction that most of the voters haven't gone in. Like you ask why Joe Biden was the nominee, and I'll say something in defense of Joe Biden. So like, was he the most effective politician? No. Had he had 2 brain surgeries? Yes, and clearly had shown the negative signs of aging. But he was kind of the only candidate, if you go back to 2020, who could hold together like the reasonable middle class black American in the Atlanta suburbs with whatever is going on the far left of the Democrat Party. And I think this is sort of the issue their party has. I mean,
Yeah, that shit's
our party has
wild,
its own
too.
coalition problems, and it's always tough in a 2-party system to hold everybody together. Like I think about this a lot. I think
That's
it's
'cause it's not a
really tough with the
two-party
Democrats
system.
because the core of their party, like the most important voting bloc,
And we're
within
never
the
trying to
Democratic Party
hold everybody
is
together,
middle-class
whatever.
Black Americans, socially moderate to even socially conservative, maybe a little bit more economically populist on certain business and tax issues. They don't want to give tax breaks to major corporations. They also don't want to trans the kids. That's the base of their party. But then you've also got like the crazy people, and you have to kind of hold that together. I think the argument for Biden was he was one of the only people who could hold that together, even though he was an awful politician in his own right, even before he was like old.
Well,
The
it's
president says
because
this all the time.
he was Obama's vice president.
Exactly.
And he's established. He's a known name. And
Yep.
for the people that were kind of casual,
Ah, he was already in somebody's pocket.
he's a proven commodity.
He was already a yes
he
man.
doesn't read as a crazy person to
Right.
the general electorate, even though,
I got hairy legs. when he would tell stories like, "Oh, I'll tell you about corn pop." Like, what?
Oh,
the fuck is
man.
going on?
The thing I couldn't get over Biden is just bad staff work, man. The way that he ate ice cream. I mean, it's like, you know, we could bring some of this stuff up, but it's like they would get him eating ice cream in the most ridiculous, suggestive way imaginable.
I never even paid attention
Oh
to
my
that.
God!
I
Like
never
it's
saw
just
the ice
such
cream.
bad optics. So, okay, so there's a clip I want to say from the 2016 campaign where somebody is campaigning in Iowa, and like it's the Iowa State Fair is like one of the main things you go to when you're running for president, and they give somebody a corn dog. And somebody eats the corn dog. And it becomes like a major news cycle for a long time. And I will never forget in 2024, in 2020.
This is how immature we are.
I know. You gotta have a little fun sometimes, though. But in 2024, somebody is holding up a sign at the Iowa State Fair. I think it may have been one of Vivek's event, Vivek Ramaswamy's events, and the sign says, "Eat the corn dog, you coward." And it's one of the best political signs I've ever seen.
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, you'd have to be a very manly man to be able to eat confidently eat a corn dog.
Yeah, I don't know that I could do it, Joe.
I eat them. They're good.
Yeah, but
They taste good.
are you I love corn dogs.
I've been photographed.
You've
I'm
been
sure.
photographed eating a corn dog?
I'm sure someone has.
What if
All right.
I've eaten corn dog. The odds
much
are
more interesting life that I've led. I try to eat my corn dogs. That's between me and my kids.
Milagros
I'm not scared to eat a
9016
corn
said,
dog. I
well,
just think it's funny
I mean,
that
go
people
now,
just
because
they're
where
so
I'm at,
afraid of being
it's like 3 a.m.
anything that looks like a dick.
Homie, how the fuck is it 3 a.m. where you're at?
Bananas, corn dogs.
It's like in the middle of the fucking
You gotta be
ocean.
careful when you're in politics. This is an
Yeah.
optics-based business here.
What are those popsicles? The ones that
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
It's
it.
like 1
But
a.m.
it's
where I'm
just like
at.
that's
I'm
how
like East
crazy
Coast
we are.
US.
That's what weirds people out. The way
Yeah.
someone eats a hot dog.
That's
Like, okay.
well.
Ah,
That's where we are, man.
Yeah.
I gotta sneeze.
It's the difference between
Milagros
the
9016
crazies
said,
and
"You don't have to be rude."
I
the
know, I'm
real
just
like
saying.
9 years
reasonable
old.
Democrats is so stark to me. And it's
Milagros
also with the
9016
right.
said,
It's
"No,
like we're always,
I don't
the
live in the
parties are always
ocean.
defined by
I
the
live in
worst
Canada."
examples of the right.
You know
That's
what? There might be a
yeah,
part of Canada where it's
or
where
the
it's
left.
3 a.m.
You know, whatever it is, whether it's Patriot Front
So who-
or whether it's
I forgot it does
Antifa.
hang
Who
on
is
over a
the
little bit.
worst example of our side? Like who do you read about on our side and your reaction is holy shit? And don't say JD Vance. It's gonna be a very awkward interview.
No, it's,
I'm screwed with you.
well, the people that one of the things I had James Tallarico on the podcast, and one of the things that I think he has a really good point about, even though I know you're Catholic and you're very religious, putting the 10 Commandments in schools, I don't think is the right way to do it. And this is a guy, Tallarico, who was in seminary and is very Christian.
Mm-hmm.
And he just thinks that even though he believes in the 10 Commandments, if you're just only representing the Christian faith in these schools, you're forcing your religion into other people's lives, and that this is going to push people away from Christianity rather than encourage them to pursue it.
Yeah, I mean,
Brad
I think you
Lizard
never wanna
said,
force
"No loud
things on
noises. I'm
people,
going
and
to fall
I
asleep
do,
to this."
I think one of the core
You're
Christian
good, bro.
contributions to
It
Western
should be
civilization
pretty
is the
chill
idea
unless
of
something
freedom
crazy
of
pops
religion.
off.
It's actually very much a Christian idea because you recognize the dignity of each individual, and part of recognizing that dignity is that each person has to find their own pathway to God. You can't force this on anybody. I don't think putting the 10 Commandments up in school is like forcing things on anybody.
But it's public schools. So, I mean, if you're going to do that, why not put Buddhist scripture? Why not put, Muslim stuff? Like
Well, that's because it'll
you
only
can
end
make an
up as
argument
Muslim
why you should
scripture.
have a
That's
bunch
why.
of
That's why you
different
don't do all that
religious
shit.
tenets.
'Cause that's where it'll go. They'll take all the Christian shit the fuck out within the first 3 years, and it'll be all praise all of dumbass
Milagros
shit.
9016 said,
That's in
"It's
schools.
3
I think in the
a.m.
Supreme
and like
Court, there
I'm
actually
scared,
are
and I
a
was
lot
gonna
of
play Red
different
Door,
sort of
Yellow Door,
historical,
but
cultural,
like
legal documents
I don't
that are
know.
up there, and I want to
What
say
the
that
fuck is
Moses
Red
coming
Door,
down
Yellow
with the
Door?
tablet is one of them, but I think there actually are other cultural and maybe even other religious elements of this, like where you recognize that a big part of sort of the law
Yeah, 50 fishing, y'all.
civilization is
3 more to go.
is some of these religious texts, not exclusively Christian religious texts. Obviously, some Jewish. There's like an important contribution from the Muslim world in this. So I guess I don't think of it as exclusionary, while also
Milagros
recognizing that
9016 said,
America is
I
a
don't know.
society.
It's like a scary
Our
game,
founders
or
were
like I was
people
gonna
who were
play
very much
Bloody
influenced,
Mary,
even if they
or
weren't
like
Christians. A lot of them, of
I don't
course,
know.
were. but we're very
You're like
influenced
9, bro.
by Christian
What?
culture and articulating
Homie
American
said
law. So
Bloody
my
Mary.
argument would be, even if you're
Nothing
not a
comes out of the
Christian,
mirror at you, bro. You
does seeing
good.
the Ten Commandments. Let me put it a slightly different way. Does seeing the Ten Commandments force religion on a non-Christian child? I mean, my argument would be no, and I'd illustrate this by saying, well, there are all of these ways in which you actually could try to force religion on a child, right?
Well, it's not the worst way to force religion on a child, but to have it
Milagros
and not represent
9016
any
said,
other religion. This
"Is
is
that a
Texas,
green
by the
screen?"
way.
Sure.
So what he's talking
Nah,
about is
it's
that
just an
there's
Nvidia
these
chip.
Christian nationalists, these guys that are very wealthy.
I don't need
that
a
are trying
fancy
to
green screen. It
fund
just pretty much
Christian
does it
schools
automatically.
and trying to defund public
It's probably
schools
not as
or any
good,
other
but
kind of
it gets the
religious
job
school.
done for
And
what I
what
need
they
it
want
for.
to do, and they passed this to get the Ten Commandments in all public school classes. And he's fundamentally opposed to that as a Christian because
Ultimate
he thinks
Racing
it's gonna
33
force
said,
people
"Yo yo."
to
Yo,
have this in
homie,
their
what's
classrooms.
up?
It's
How you
gonna
doing
push people
tonight?
away from
Welcome back.
Christianity.
I mean, I understand the argument. I just don't see it that way. I mean, I guess if
I kind of
I'm a
agree with you.
Ultimate
I
Racing
hear you, but
33
if I'm a
said,
non-religious
"Yo
student
yo."
and I'm sitting in there and I see the Ten Commandments,
Ultimate Racing
at the very
33
least,
said,
I think I
"Alex."
can appreciate it. I mean,
Oh,
You know,
no,
what if
Alex
you're
is in here
a
still.
Hindu?
sort of
What if you're
Oh,
what if you
I
are
think
a
Alex
Muslim
got off
and,
like a
you know,
half hour or
and
so
you
ago.
are seeing that represented, but not your faith?
well,
It's a public school.
He
first
said he
of
had
all,
to do
I
some
think that
family time.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Muslims. I'm not hardly an expert on Islam, but I think all of the Abrahamic faiths
Man, how you been?
recognize the Ten Commandments as like a significant thing. But I think if I was a Hindu
Ultimate
looking at the
Racing
Ten
33
Commandments,
said,
I mean, again, it's
"Doing
hard for me
well.
to say this,
How about
right,
yourself?"
from my perspective, but
I've
I
been
certainly
doing
went through
good.
an atheist phase in my youth.
It's been like a
And
chill
what I would
day
say
or
that
last
as a
2 days or
non-religious
so.
person or a different religion, is I would say this is like an important cultural element of the Western civilization.
Shoot, my
which is the
birthday was
foundation
yesterday.
classroom that I'm sitting in, and this idea
Gran
that
Turismo
the
7 gave me a
law comes
Maserati.
and is sort of above any man, even if you don't believe in God yourself. I think that's like an important concept. I mean, if you
Ultimate
look at
Racing
the Ten
33
Commandments,
said, "How you
probably
doing?"
8 of them are something that I would hope that everybody would agree with, even if they're not
Doing
themselves
pretty good.
religious. So I guess here's my view on it. Like, I would not be offended if I sat in a classroom as a Christian, or if my kids sat in a classroom.
Don't
as a
forget to
Christian
smash that like
and
button for me,
saw,
homie.
you know, a religious
Try and get
text
some
that
more
wasn't
people in here at
Christian
1 a.m.
on the wall. I would encourage
You
them to
wouldn't?
see that. No, I'd encourage them to see that as a learning experience. To
What,
try to
what
understand
if it was
things.
from the Quran? What a bunch of
Well, I guess it
statements
depends on
from
what
the
it
Quran.
was, right? If
Right,
if
but-
it's like something crazy,
Ultimate
That's where it's
Racing
gonna end
33
up in a
said,
couple of these
"How's the
states.
streams going?"
something that is like
Been doing
culturally
well.
interesting. I guess I don't have a problem with.
I'm
my
over
kid
here
reading
getting
something.
problem is
I'm
it's
almost at
mandated.
200 subs on
Like if you have a
YouTube,
classroom and the
100
teacher is
on Kick,
Christian, and the
and
teacher
I'm
wants to have it in their classroom.
I'm
maybe that's
almost at
one
80 on
thing.
fucking
But
Twitch.
if
If I
you're
didn't crack 80 yet.
mandating that you're going to have the Ten Commandments in classrooms, that's a different thing because now you're pushing Christianity on kids, and this is Tallarico's position. And as a Christian, he's saying, I think this is going to push children away from Christianity.
So I understand what he's saying. I think that part of living in a society where you have different people with different perspectives, but you do have, I mean, Christianity is the majority religion of the United States.
Everything's been
It is the
going good.
religion that was extraordinarily influential to our founding, to the constitutional principles. Again, freedom of religion is itself not
Well,
really a
my bad.
liberal concept. It was
I figured I'd
originally derived
check
Ultimate
out this
Racing
here.
33
from a
said,
Christian idea
"Oh,
about free will and the
snap.
dignity of the person.
Yeah, you are
I think part of
almost
that
there, bro."
is that you accept that you're
Shoot,
gonna
getting
have
there.
exposure
My
to
problem
different
with it
things.
is like I
And
keep seeing
if
guys
a-
at
if
like
a
the
state
5K,
legislator
subs
in a
mark,
majority
and they
Christian
still on here
state
dry begging
wants
on me.
it's not like they're putting the Ten Commandments in front
They
of these
still on
kids
this
and
motherfucker
saying,
like,
"You
man,
have to read
can I
this
get a
and,
super
you know,
chat,
write it
bro?
500
Super
times
chat.
a day."
I fucking
You're
donate. Can I
exposing
get a
kids
tip?
to something,
Like, it's like,
and I'm
bro,
comfortable with kids being exposed
bro,
to a lot of
no.
different things.
You
I
got
think that's part
5K
of living in a
subs. You're supposed
society
to
where
like be
there's a
getting
free
paid by
exchange of
YouTube or
ideas.
something. Like
And
Twitch, what the
I
fuck are
worry
you
about with
doing?
America's sort of perspective here is again, I'm
It's like
not
I don't want to
saying
be
that
on this
I don't
motherfucker
want
dry
kids to
begging.
be
Fuck all
exposed to
that.
anything that is outside of the Christian canon. Like
I guess homie
actually
getting
want my
one
kids
dude getting ready to
exposed
move to
things,
motherfucking
and
Florida
I
from
write about this in the
California,
book, that
and
I
this
think it's
motherfucker
important
looks
to have a
shook every
grounded
time
in
I
our
see him
faith
on
where
the
you can
stream.
engage with a lot of different ideas and still ultimately, sort of
So
hold on
we
to
gotta
your
get there. We
Christian
gotta get
faith.
like to the 10K mark.
Isn't part of just living in a like pluralistic democracy that people are going to be exposed to different things? And, you know, I
Ugh.
would kind of put it onto Larico in a slightly different way.
Ultimata Racing
That for a
33
long
said,
time in this
ha ha ha,
country,
gotta lock
there
in,
were
lol.
actually Supreme
Yo,
Court
right.
rulings that said that you cannot pray in a school. Even
It's
in
like
a
every
student
time I'm like, all right, I'm gonna
organization
lock the
led by
fuck
the
in.
students.
It's like something
Or that you
happens. And it's
cannot
like,
put
well,
the
I
Ten
guess I'm
Commandments
just gonna
up,
be fucking
even a
sitting
teacher
here.
who chose to do it in their own classroom. And so I think you're always kind of trying to strike this balance, you know, given that we have
Like I was
the
like,
First Amendment in this country, between
doctor gave me
allowing
another
the
month
practice
before I
of
go back
religious
to work.
faith
I
in
was like, all
public
right, I'm gonna lean
spaces,
real hard into
and
streaming,
possibly
stream as much as I
forcing
can. And then
religion
it was
on
like my
other
girl
people.
had a
I
bunch
think
of
you
her
have to
family
strike that
come over
balance
from
the right
fucking
way. I guess I just
Canada.
say is that if the Ten Commandments
So it's
being
like
in
I'm
a classroom
limited
is
about
the
how
thing
when I
that you think
kind
is
of stream.
forcing religion on somebody,
So I got
was
some folks
he
sleeping in
equally
my
offended
motherfucking
when the
like
Ten
streaming area
Commandments
sometimes.
were like quite literally
And I got a
prohibited
bunch
from
of
being
kids around me,
listed
so I kind of got to
in
be
public
like
building?
I don't
not
know
fucking
if he
crazy,
was
you know, at least
offended
somewhat
by
of a
that
role
or if he
model
was
for
opposed
kids.
to
Like I
it.
don't care if I
But
fuck
the
up kids on
idea
the
of
internet, you know what I'm
being
saying?
exposed to
I
is
can't
one
fuck up
thing.
them kids.
It being
Milagros
mandatory is
9016
another.
said,
And to
can you
mandate
say,
that in classrooms
I want to
is a
slap my
different thing
wife's
because
ass
you're
and have sex with her?
clearly promoting
I mean, the
Christianity.
bot said
And
it
his
for you.
position is that promoting Christianity in that
I
way
probably
is going to have
can,
an
though. I don't
opposite
think that
effect
one
on
would like
children.
get me in
You're
trouble on
pushing it
fucking
on them.
YouTube.
Instead, you're not just exposing it to them, you're pushing it
It's
on
just
them.
a little
And
weird.
especially if you're pushing it on children who come from a household that has a different faith.
But
I
you know, the
guess
bot
think
said
the
it, so I
balance in
ain't
our
got
country
to,
the last
bro. I
30,
got
40
you.
years has actually been much more in the other direction, which is that we try to completely remove religion from the public square. And I think that poses its own problems because
They only
you know,
removed
people
religion
practice
because they
their
got
faith in all kinds
technology
of
to keep
ways.
us under
That's
control.
the responsibility of churches and synagogues.
Ultimata
and
Racing
wherever-
33
like,
said
if
that's
you want-
hilarious.
And in the community, if you want to promote
Right,
religion,
though.
promote it that way. But
Yo, these
promote
kids
in
are
public
wild, bro.
schools should be just educational. And if you're in a religious class and a class is teaching about religion, that's a different story.
Well, you're right. It's certainly the responsibility of churches and synagogues and mosques and so forth. But I also think that, you know, the late Supreme Court Chief Justice William Rehnquist sort of said this, that if your approach
And I'm out of
to
monster,
religion in
and it's
public
too late to
life
crack another one.
always and
Milagros
everywhere
9016
is
said,
to push it
I
out
know,
of the public
right.
square, then you're actually
Right.
embracing a religion of your own in the public square, which is secularism. You're just
Right.
taking one religion and replacing it with secularism. And I guess what I'm saying is I'm kind of comfortable with people of different faiths sharing the public square together. But part of that is
Ultimata
that if
Racing
I'm in a
33 said,
95% Christian
my audience is
community, and my local
75%
city council
45
wants to
years
put up a
old.
nativity
Oh,
display
well.
on you know,
Oh, my
Christmas
shit
Eve,
is
I'm okay with that. And that was actually for a long
85%
time
is
in our
between
country
25
actually prohibited.
and
And so
45.
what I think is that we sort of put ourselves in this frame in this country where we said every public display
Milagros
of
9016
religion
said,
is somehow illegitimate.
Why?
I mean,
Why
I try to live
Milagros?
my faith
Van
in a way that's consistent across different spheres of my life. You know, I don't preach to people. I don't like
Don't
to
make me
walk
put
into
you in
White
a
House and tell
timeout,
my
bro.
employees, you know, you need to be
Ultimata
you need
Racing
to follow
33
Jesus
said,
as your Lord and
Gotcha.
Savior. I just try to live my life in a way that hopefully makes
But yeah,
people
it's pretty much.
curious
I think
about
like that's
you know,
what we're looking
motivates
at.
me
It's
and
like
what
the
inspires
25
me.
to
But I also don't think
45.
the expectation should be that we tell religious people
For real,
they're
for real,
not allowed to
nobody
be
got
religious in the
fucking
public
money
square.
to
'Cause
fucking
I think
invest
that's
in
what we've
cars
done
and
for the
racing and
last
shit
30,
like
40
that.
years.
So,
I
or
guess,
most of the people
you
that
know,
watch
you
the
can agree or
Fast and
disagree.
Furious
I
fucking
see
movies
the
are about
Texas
that
thing as
old.
an attempt to correct that.
This episode is brought to you by Fox Nation. Real American Freestyle Wrestling is exclusively on Fox Nation. Every month, you get every feud, every match, and every belt. And if you're a
Ultimata
fan,
Racing
well,
33
you don't
well.
want to miss it because
All right, bro.
RAF
Talk
is
later.
featuring some
Gotta
of the
go.
biggest UFC
All right,
fighters
homie, I
and
appreciate you
putting
stopping
them
in, man.
against the best wrestlers in the world.
Ultimata
On July
Racing 33
18th,
said,
RAF
yeah,
11
most
turns
likely,
up the
bro.
heat when
Oh.
Ben Askren returns
Yeah,
to the
that's
mat
what I think
to
it
take
really
on
is. A
former
lot of like
UFC
the first
champion
two Fast and
Belal
Furious
Muhammad,
movies,
then
like
two undefeated RAF
it's like
stars
our
finally
guys
face
like my
off when
age are the ones
Arman
watching them. So
Tsarukyan
it's like
and
that's who
Colby
watches
Covington
your kind of
settle
content,
their
I think.
score in the main event. No cages, no gloves, no excuses. RAF 11
Which is cool.
live from Milwaukee, Saturday,
They're the guys
July
with the money.
18th, streaming exclusively on Fox Nation.
For when we got to
Go
be out here dry banging.
foxnation.com and sign up today.
Oh
Well, I
shit.
think living by example is probably the best promotion
I agree.
of any good way to live.
Actually,
your
let me
life,
get off the
whether it's
boat. Let me get off the
Christianity
boat.
or
Off the
any
boat.
other
Milagros
religion. I
9016
think that's
said,
definitely the way to
put
do
me
it.
in
But
timeout, daddy.
the point is that this is being promoted by very wealthy people
Why,
who are
bro?
Christian nationalists
Why?
who want this to be they want it to what is going on here, Jamie? What do you got?
That's just
Bible
terrible.
stories become required reading in Texas public schools. Yeah. See? Well,
That is
now
terrible. But
that's
give me
it.
like
You're
2
taking it
minutes,
to another level.
3 minutes. I'll be
So
right
this is
back. I
June
gotta
26th. This is
grab
very
another
recently.
drink,
Um,
take a herb run,
that
all that.
is
Don't forget to
that
smash the
kind of
like button if you haven't
thinking,
already, and that
and
subscribe button too. I am on pause, Jodo. Oh.
Milagros 9016 said, Vich Jake Efuhukaiv Jaft Guishju Dwaifuk, Dijate Jakes Moj Juk Chaijuchu Juji Suquijasi, Juicy Zichis TTI TTS checks for Hatex fictions. Juice CG Wifui Youth. Milagros 9016 said, Milagro, I crossed the fear, kind of the best 2 weeks. Were lar multi-tiles more stiptions and knees, and not that your hall. That you can't go up the side. Your mind you understand, a girl. Make me so weak. Milagros 9016 said, Barden. Milagros 9016 said, SETI hold them for the pressing. Loyal. Demo to crush heroes videos to go in 90s. Milagros 9016 said, Do you
Okay, I'm back, folks.
That kind of mindset is what bothers me the most about some Republicans.
I see what you mean.
Oh, damn, you
and
just been
then
over here blowing it up,
there's
huh?
there's people that, again, they live their
Terrible.
life in a very beautiful way, and they follow the teachings of Jesus Christ, and they're very admirable. And
Hello,
I think
young
that's
lady.
very attractive, and it makes people very curious about that religion. I think that brings people to Christ, and I think it brings people to religion.
Sure.
But then there's people like, did you read that report that came from at the start of the Iran war, where there was a guy who was an officer, non-commissioned officer, who was at a briefing, and this guy came in as explaining to them that they didn't need to be afraid, because this war was important because Trump had been anointed by Jesus Christ to bring about his return. And the way they were going to, Jesus was
Milagros
going to return
9016
is
said,
by bombing Iran.
You took
I
forever.
did not see that report.
Okay.
Yeah, it
Sounds
took
pretty
me a
far
minute.
out there to me.
This is the kind of right-wing.
Sorry
passive
about that. I'm
thinking.
back now.
So here it is. Military
Huh?
commander
I
tells
keep
troops
getting
bombing
distracted
Iran
by
is
kitty
part
cats.
of God's divine plan. So we started getting calls in the wee hours of Saturday morning from people saying their commanders were just
Like, I'd pick
jubilant
this
about
one up
this,
and
trying
show
to tell
y'all, but
people, "Don't
she's
worry,
a
it's all
she's a
part
little
of
bitey,
God's plan."
and she's only being my
They
friend 'cause
promised
she's in
a
heat right now.
200-mile-long river
Huh.
that is 4.5
Yeah.
feet deep, filled with nothing but the blood that their weaponized version of Jesus will spill
Milagros
at the Battle of
9016
Armageddon.
said,
Weinstein
Were you having
said.
sex with your wife?
What was the one? There was an article where the guy
Damn,
was
no.
explaining the actual quotes that the
I was going,
one,
motherfucker, a lot longer
officer
than
was
that.
telling him. The one commander. Yeah, but it's not that. It was very specific.
Milagros
it was very
9016
specific
said,
what he said.
Did you show your wife your DIS?
I mean, for what it's worth, my attitude on this stuff is, I mean, first of all, as a Christian, you sort of
Terrible,
believe that
bro.
everything is part of God's
Terrible.
plan, even things that are ultimately very terrible. I mean, you kind of have to
Hold
make
up, but
accommodation.
let me
Yeah.
read the quote. He urged us
Jesus
to
is
tell
watching,
troops that this was
so
all
you
part
know.
of God's divine plan, and he specifically referenced
Milagros
numerous
9016
citations
said,
out of the book of
"Do you wanna have
Revelations
sex with
referring to
your wife?"
Armageddon and the imminent return of Jesus Christ. He said that President Trump had been anointed by Jesus to light the signal fire in Iran to cause Armageddon and mark his return to Earth.
Okay.
If I'm in that meeting, I'm like, hit the brakes. Hit
What
the
the fuck?
brakes. What?
That's where you need some of the psychedelics we talked about at the last Joe Rogan JD Vance
That would definitely
conversation.
That would definitely help.
I mean, okay, my response to that, first of all, like, obviously, do I endorse that? No. Do I think that it's important for
Ah,
people reining in a little bit? Because I'm sure you're right. There were a lot of troops there, probably a lot of Christian troops there.
and
Who are like,
then you can have
I'm not
kids.
sure this is exactly right.
Right.
But
I mean, that's
the
usually how it
important
works.
point is, I think it's important as a Christian leader.
That is
as
usually how it
Christians,
works.
period,
Right about that.
one of the things we have to do is just have humility in the face of God's plan. There's a lot that we don't understand. There's a lot that we don't get. And I think especially on matters of war and peace, the approach that I try to take is you try to make the best decisions that you can. You hope that you're on God's side. You don't assume that God has taken your side. That's a very famous Abraham Lincoln quote, and that's the attitude that I take. So for that, what I would encourage that NCO to say is, you know what? God is in control. We
Milagros
don't know what's going to
9016
happen,
said,
but
"Do you want to have
let's
kids?"
pray, try to do as
Hell
good a job
yeah.
as we can, trusting in God,
Working
probably
on it.
speaking to a group of Christian troops. That's what I would
God
But
damn.
you're speaking to a group of troops.
Sure.
You don't know if they're Christian. You
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know. I mean, you're essentially letting these people know that you believe that
Y'all
Trump
young-ass
was anointed
kids.
by Jesus to bomb Iran so that Jesus can come back
say. So
to
just
Earth.
come back in a fire
If
of
I was there,
Armageddon.
I'd be like, can I get the fuck out of here?
Yeah,
How-
no,
how do
I
get
hear
out-
you,
how
man.
do
I
get
hear
out
you.
of the
Look,
military?
yes, and that
Milagros
is the first that I've
9016
ever
said,
heard of this particular
"Then
story.
have sex with
How
your
have you
wife."
not heard of this and Biden's 2 brain surgeries?
Again,
Apparently, I
that's
live in a
usually how it goes.
How do you not know
I
what these
keep
things are?
forgetting that they started having that
Here's the other thing I'll
motherfucking
say
talks in
is-
schools with
is-
y'all younger and younger ages.
Having heard about this for the first
Milagros
time just now,
9016 said,
to your point about the
"Dose,
media,
she want to have sex with you."
I do think it's possible, let's be honest, that whatever that dude said,
Homie.
maybe it was good, maybe
You
it was
12,
bad,
yo.
has been misreported by the press.
You
So
gotta
I
gotta
always
say
have a
12-year-old
filter on
things,
stuff.
yo.
Like I don't automatically assume.
It's also possible that this is the other thing. He said the commander supposedly had a big grin on his face when he said all this, which made his message seem even more
Yes.
crazy.
What do you
And I
want to
think
be
that's,
when you
again,
grow up?
I don't think anybody should
Yeah.
have.
Milagros 9016 said,
War is sometimes
she?
necessary, but it's never a good thing.
Damn.
And I think that's like a fundamental Christian principle: is there are just wars, there are necessary wars, but war is always something that you try to avoid.
Right, but saying that this is what's being
Fucking
referenced. in
kids
the
these
book
days
of
are
Revelation.
wild.
I think that's- I
Milagros
think that is
9016
nuts.
said,
I also
Yeah.
don't
"I'm
know that
actually
you know,
an
I don't
adopt."
want
I
to
get
confirm
you.
that this person actually said that
Milagros
before teeing off on it,
9016
because what
said,
that sounds to
"And
me is
actually
like
an adult."
somebody butchering
Well, that's good. I guess.
or
That's,
misrepresenting something that
I don't believe that shit.
somebody that I know might have said.
Quite possible.
So I
Quite
just-
possible.
You definitely
It's also
sound
quite
nice.
That's all I'm
possible that
saying.
you got a really loony guy who is a Christian nationalist,
Well-
who is a commander, and who is in this position where he's actually excited because he does think that this is a holy war and this is going to bring back Jesus.
Well, it's certainly possible. I mean, America's got 330 million people, and we've got a lot of people who believe in a lot of things, but I can assure you that we don't encourage people to talk like that. And again, all I can do as a Christian leader, I'll look into that story certainly, but all I can do as a Christian leader is talk about how I think about questions of war and peace, which is we try to do the right thing. We try to figure out what it is that is consistent with Christ's.
Milagros
That's not how they
9016 said,
they should
"Does
be
she want to have
believing
sex
either.
with you, or do you want to have sex with her?"
Like the Christians didn't do the Crusades for nothing. I'm just saying that those things did not happen for nothing. What the fuck? Did I not have a rope? You dumb bitch. Ah, damn. Don't forget to smash that like, subscribe button for me,
Moral
y'all.
teaching, and we try to, comport our foreign policy with the cause of justice. And that's what we try to do, recognizing it's always going to be imperfect, but I don't think
I
that we
had
should
to
ever
do
have
it too.
an attitude
I'm
towards
sorry.
war, like this is a great thing. I'm going to grin and smile about that. All I'm saying is I'm
You gonna
skeptical
get
that
me in
anybody took
trouble.
that approach because the media misrepresents everything.
Do you think that the way that you just described it aligns with our campaign in Iran?
Well, I think that the goal is certainly good, which is to prevent Iran from getting a nuclear weapon. And I think that there are obviously a lot of questions about how best to achieve that. There's both a short-term and a long-term piece of it. I think the short-term piece of it is effectively what's already been done, which is you destroy the nuclear sites and you destroy and eliminate the ability to rebuild the nuclear sites. I think there's a longer-term thing, which is where like a lot of the debate is focused on right now.
Did we fucking defeat
which is
Time for
that
Us? I'm over here just
building a
fishing for
nuclear program
fucking
is
nothing.
hard, but it's not impossible. and it's expensive, but it's actually not even that
Cook 'em.
expensive if you look at. I mean, you can go on YouTube right now and find out how to build an atomic bomb. So part of our Iran policy, and this is where I
You can do what on YouTube now? Y'all think if I search that on YouTube, like I'll get in trouble by a 3-letter agency? But I'll just be like, well, the vice president said we could do it on YouTube though, like it was searchable. I'm not doing it.
9016 said, he.
How? How, yo? What's up?
get frustrated with the people who say you should never negotiate with Iran. Part of our Iran policy is like solving the long-term.
Determined,
That
motherfucker.
if we could create the sort of
I can't even hate
circumstance
on
where
it.
Iran would commit not just to not have a nuclear weapon right now, but over the long term to not try to rebuild that capacity, like, yeah, I think that is a good and valuable thing.
If it was your call, would you have done exactly the same thing?
Well, what did the president said publicly that JD was less enthusiastic about it, I think was the exact phrase that he used. I mean, my attitude towards this, man, as you know, is the vice president, I'm not a public commentator. Like, my
Milagros
job
9016
is to
said,
give the best advice
I'm not
I
in
can to the President
timeout
of the United
anymore.
States. I think he's said
I
a little
know.
bit about what that advice was.
I don't know how you got out of it that
But
goddamn
once
quick,
the president makes a decision,
it's whatever.
so long as I think that it's
I
legal
hacked.
and ethical and all that stuff, and I certainly think whether you agree or disagree with it, what we've done has been legal.
Or you just like
My
backed out of
attitude
the
towards
stream
it
and came
is
back
I
into
try
it.
to
I'm
make
pretty
it as
sure that
successful
works
as
too
possible.
sometimes.
And I've got friends, of course. I think you've expressed some skepticism.
But it's
of
all
this.
good.
I've got
Behave
a lot of
yourself.
friends, both in private and public, who've expressed skepticism of this, who say, "Well, this is terrible. We disagree with the decision, et cetera, et cetera." I'm not a public commentator.
Hammer.
My approach to this is not to Monday morning quarterback a
Milagros
decision that was made 3 months ago.
said,
My approach to it is
no.
to try to make it as successful as possible. Which is
Motherfucker
why
just
I've
said
poured my
no.
heart and soul into these negotiations, which is why
At
I've
least
tried
you're
to make
honest.
that goal, Iran not having a nuclear weapon, something that's not true both not just now, but is true in the long term. And that's the way that I try to approach it.
So what is
I'm gonna take the time while they're on the topic of Iran and nuclear weapons that I'm 35 and Iran has been 2 weeks away from having nuclear weapons my
Milagros
entire life.
9016 said, ooh, you, ooh, you.
Had the fucking thing won't say ooh woo for you, motherfucker. You tried too. You tried. I wonder if it will though. No. I got smacked. And lost my rope.
Horror Survivor livestream said, ooh.
See it ooh
Horror
wooed for me,
Survivor
bitch.
said, ooh.
It ooh wooed for me.
Milagros 9016 said, ooh.
You just made
Horror
it sound
Survivor
retarded.
livestream said, ooh.
That's right.
Horror Survivor livestream said, ooh.
Ah, damn it. I didn't know that was gonna work that easy.
going on with Iran where it seems like the president keeps saying that
Milagros
Ah.
9016 said,
negotiations have been
Ooh.
successful, and then it all falls apart.
Yeah.
And
No.
we start bombing them again.
Yeah. So
You're not allowed.
How long do we have here? Because this is
We
a
got
long
as much time
conversation.
as you need.
So I have to explain a couple of things in the background. So you
My
fully
chat bot.
appreciate people fully appreciate what's going on.
And her
here.
name's
So number one,
Sony.
it's a bit of a simplification, but you have two elements within the Iranian system. You have, and you sometimes hear hawkish Americans say this, that they're all crazy people. They want to bring about, the 12th Imam and the apocalypse and all that stuff.
Milagros
There are people
9016
in Iran
said,
who believe that. There are also
Ooh,
pragmatists.
woo.
You've got the crazy people, you've got the pragmatists, okay? So when we
Now
struck
you
this
just gotta
interview,
do it to like
and
get
really what the
you gotta figure out how to get it to
says,
do it with
and
that cute little
it's
like
misrepresented
voice,
more
you
than
know what I'm
almost
talking about, a
anything
little
that
high
I've ever worked
pitched
on
on
in
the
public
ooh.
life. What it says is Iran is going to open the Strait of Hormuz. The violence is going to stop. And
I
then
got
we're
you
going to
halfway there.
negotiate
You
to
just
see if
gotta
we can
figure out
come
the
to a
rest. I'm
broader
sure it'll
deal
do it, too. This
on the
motherfucker does
long-term
it in all
nuclear
types of
issue.
crazy
That's what
accents
we
and
wanted.
shit.
And what the Iranians wanted, of course, was long-term economic and sanctions relief. Now, here's the problem with
You
where we
probably
are
have
right
to have
now.
like a septum
And I
piercing
guess my summary view, Joe, is
when you
that
type
I,
it
of course, can't predict the future. I don't know exactly where this is going to
in
go.
order for it to
But I
work.
think fundamentally we are on the right trajectory. It's just going to be really messy, and there's going to be a lot of stops and starts. So what happens? The first week after we sign the MOU,
Or
we
like
get 20
your
million barrels a
dad
day of
can't
oil out
be
of the Strait
like
of Hormuz.
in the
That's what
home.
it was before the war. The price of oil comes way down, and there are elements, the
Fish
hardliners in
untethered.
the Iranian system kind of freak out a little bit. They're like, oh shit, did we just give away our major leverage point? Screw nuclear weapons, we just gave away the so in this MOU. And so there was this kind of freak out in their system. So they shot at a couple ships. We responded. I think that's entirely appropriate, of course. If they're going to shoot at ships, we
Oh,
are
you
gonna
don't even
shoot at
have to
people
cook
who are
these
shooting at the
motherfucking
ships, and we're going to
things.
destroy the facilities that they're using to shoot at ships. So that happens. Okay, and then the Iranians are like, oh, no, fine. You're right. We shouldn't have been shooting at ships. So then they come back to the table. And there's a few more days of negotiation. And then the phase that they're in right now,
You made it sound like a
hardliners
ghost.
really, really
Like a
reacting
ghost with Down
strongly
syndrome.
to all the oil that's coming out of the Strait of Hormuz. And they basically said, we're going to try to shut this thing down. We're scared about losing our leverage. Now, the pragmatists in their system are saying this was a mistake. Let's keep on talking.
Like a ghost with
And
Down
again,
syndrome
do I
having
know
an
how this is
orgasm.
ultimately going to shake out? Of course I don't. But what we're doing
Did you
is
break
a
it?
delicate diplomatic dance where we're using economic leverage points, we're using carrots and sticks, we're trying to talk to the pragmatists, and then of
I
course
think
when
you
they come
broke
back
it.
with violence, we're responding to it. And
I
all
think you
those
broke
things
it.
are happening simultaneously to get us on a better trajectory. Now, that said,
That's
yes,
funny
right
as
now
fuck.
they're shooting right now. Last night they shot at some
Milagros
ships.
9016 said,
But
I'm not in
with all that
timeout
said,
anymore.
Yo, don't
is
do
the
that
nuclear
shit no
program
more.
still destroyed? Yes. Are
God
the
damn,
straits
that was
not
annoying.
necessarily fully pre-war traffic, but are we getting enough oil and gas out of the Strait of Hormuz to prevent a worldwide energy crisis? Yes. And all of these things are happening in the context of the broader negotiation over the nuclear program. You never know where this is ultimately going to end up, but that's where we are. And then, can I just say one other thing about this? Because there are people.
Streamlabs said,
you see
support
Mike
Horror
Pence, who's sort of
Survivor
the
and
super
browse
hawk,
our
my
growing
predecessor,
collection of gaming and
who say this. There are
horror-inspired
people,
apparel.
you know,
Amazon shop
who are super hawkish in the American system who have attacked the deal. And frankly, in some ways, have tried to derail the
And I
deal.
lost my buck.
And what I always say to
Etsy
those
shop
people is, what is your proposal? What
https://c4
is your actual argument? So
apparelco.etsy.com.
just take the Strait of Hormuz, like the narrowest, but in some ways the most important part of this back and forth right now. Strait of Hormuz is a narrow waterway. To the extent you shut it down, you shut down 25% of the world's energy supply, okay? Joe, you could take $100,000 and go buy a bunch of drones on the black market and post yourself
You almost
on
broke
an
my
island
chat bot,
in
bro.
the Strait of Hormuz or near
I ain't
it,
never had to
and
do that
you
shit
could fire
before.
drones at those ships, okay? Now, what does that mean? Some oil and gas is still going to get out because some
Milagros
ship
9016
captains
No.
are going to say screw you.
How?
Now, the United States can help that, right? We can shoot down some of those drones, we can shoot down some
How,
of those missiles, and so we can facilitate the flow of traffic.
Is it because you're not
But
subbed?
the people who are like, you can't.
So like the timeout doesn't really apply to
The
you or
reason
something?
why that's fundamentally idiotic is because so long
Or
as
you just switch to a
have
different
some
stream?
person who's willing to fire
so
off a few cheap
confused.
drones, you're going to have some ship captains who say, no, we're not willing to do this. So
Homie
we gotta
going
kinda
back and
use all
forth.
tools at our disposal. The military
I
is
like
one
it, though.
tool, but diplomacy is another
The
tool.
dedication to the
And
troll.
I'm very frustrated by the Americans and frankly by people in other countries who are like, you cannot negotiate with the Iranians. Well, then what is your proposal to get people to stop shooting at ships in the Strait of Hormuz? You can bomb them. You can take away their radar. You can take away some of their drones and some of their missiles, but it's just too easy to fire at ships in the straits. So you've got to actually be willing to talk and to try to figure out the problem.
What is their proposal? The people that think you shouldn't negotiate with Iran.
I think that their proposal is to bomb and bomb and bomb. And the honest view, Joe, is that they do not actually have a solution. If you actually ask them, what do you want us to do? What is the goal that you're trying to achieve? You know, they'll say things like, we'll just bomb them to oblivion. Okay, we can do that. We can drop a lot of bombs, But what does that accomplish if there's still a crazy person who's still unwilling
Had
to
didn't
shoot
say
Milagros
it.
Sagal Ever Hallich say.
Fuck.
what the president has
Oh,
done, I think very, very capably, has said we're going to use
Why?
military force in this situation when it's connected to something we're trying to achieve. So if you shoot at ships, we're going to shoot at the facilities at which you use to
Now
shoot
it's like a
ships.
fucking
But we're not just going to
Indian chant.
indefinitely. We're not just going to bomb and bomb and bomb. We're going to try to use our military force as one of the many tools
Into
that
some
we have to solve
retarded
the
ass
problem.
nonsense.
And obviously, like, I'm biased, but I think that's exactly the right approach. I think you have to read between the lines a little bit, because if you look at what
Homie
Mike
is
Pence or some of the
dedicated, though.
conservative
I will
hawks, like
give homie
people
that.
who voted for us but have been very critical of me, very critical of the administration, if you actually look at what they're proposing, they just want the military campaign to go on forever, and they can't actually identify what it is that they're trying to
But I got loud as fuck.
None of them can identify what it is they're trying to accomplish. And I read two things between the lines.
Tong understood
I think
34
some
said,
of them
casting a
want us
spell on
to
you, lol.
accomplish a
How's it going,
complete
horror?
change in the
Not
government
bad.
plan, to topple the
And yeah, that's
government
what the
to
motherfucking
replace
shit
that
sounded
with
like, right?
Lilbers
somebody
3
who's,
said,
you know,
ha
much
ha
friendlier.
ha.
But like, look, what is our experience with doing that? It's
Not
not
Damn.
good,
How y'all folks
right?
doing
And
tonight,
so,
though?
like,
Welcome
if the
on into the
Iranian
stream.
people want to rise up and change their government, that's up to them. But
Little
we're not gonna
homie was
send
going a little wild with the
150,000
chat
ground
bot right
troops
there.
in order to accomplish a change in a regime unless the people on the ground themselves.
For real, it's been a while since I had like one of you youngins go wild like that with a chat bot.
To propose sending in the troops,
That shit was annoying.
basically saying that the U.S.
Lilbers
military
3 said,
should do the
try
job
not kill me.
for the Iranian people.
I'll do
We're
my
not in that business
best,
anymore.
bro.
We're just not. And then I think
This
the
ain't
second
one of
that
them
comes to
kind of
people, or
streams.
whether they're aware of it or not, is what I call the Libya outcome. So if you look at the end result of our Libya policy after Gaddafi,
You gotta
was
like,
by the Obama
that's the
administration, by
Roblox
way,
streams is what you're
again,
talking
a
about.
very stupid decision. What happened? Libya basically turned into a failed state.
Shit.
You had a refugee
Oh.
crisis. You had people pouring into Europe, pouring into other parts of Asia, other parts of Africa. You had a lot of violence.
Lilbers
a lot
3
of
said,
terrorism come from
what
that.
up?
I do think that there
Chilla, little Bruce,
who would
chilling.
like that
I'm over
to
here
happen
leveling my
in
fishing
Iran.
in
But then I
RuneScape.
say, again, what is in our interest?
Lilbers 3
Watching
said, how you
JD
doing?
Vance on the
94
fucking
million desperate people flooding into Europe,
Joe
flooding into
Rogan's
the United
podcast
States,
yesterday.
to
Son of
have,
a bitch.
you know,
Got wiped out by
sort
the
of
waves.
the terrorist infrastructure that can
But I'm
get
doing all right.
established when you fan terrorists all over the world. We've
What's up,
run
buddy?
this experiment before. And so our policy right now,
Huh.
what we're trying to accomplish is get the straits open, ensure the free flow of oil and gas.
My cat's in here
Obviously,
chilling.
want to keep the Iranians from having a nuclear weapons program, and
Milagros
using the
9016
tools
said,
of
hey,
diplomacy and military power to accomplish that.
And
What's
Libya
up, Milagros?
the
Welcome
collapse of
back for the
Libya,
15th
there's
time
a
tonight.
lot of what's
Y'all
fueled
don't forget
the
to smash that
migrant
like and
crisis in
subscribe
Europe
button for
as
me.
well, correct?
Y'all haven't already.
Exactly. That in Syria, another failed state that
These
was created
motherfuckers
by
just
bad
fuck
Middle
cooked
Eastern
my
policy.
fish.
So there is precedent
Fucking
for the United
assholes.
States doing this.
Lilbers
Every
3
time
said,
that it has happened,
so
it's caused
horror
a refugee
movies.
crisis. It's caused a spike in terrorism, and it's also not
Yeah, I guess so. I have. It's mostly horror games for real. Like Resident Evil was
Now,
like
what
the
was
original
the
idea
talk
behind the
about
channel,
the-
but like
I think the
nobody
number was
fucking watches me play
$300
Resident
billion
Evil.
in concessions to
So, or at least they
Iran
did.
to rebuild.
Milagros
They might now.
9016
Yeah, so
said,
this is another
ooh,
just
wow.
bullshit argument.
Bitch,
that the
did I
critics
not
made against
have
the deal.
fuck
And
those?
again, like just to back up a little bit, this is my own little hobby horse, but
Milagros 9016 said,
the coalition that Donald Trump piloted to the 2024 election campaign
Tried.
It was a landslide. We won 7 states. It was historic. Nobody, certainly no Republican, had actually led a coalition like that, at least since the days of Ronald Reagan.
Lilbers
So, like,
3
literally
said,
before I was
Saw
alive.
5.
Okay, so
Saw
Donald Trump
5
leads
was
this great
good. Well,
coalition.
actually, no, I don't
It's
think I
got-
saw
man,
Saw
it's got
5. I saw like
hawks,
the first
and it's got
3 of them,
people
I
who
think.
hate foreign wars. Okay, it's got people like you and people like Tucker. It's
There was
also
like
got
a
people
certain
like
point where
Mark
like
Levin and others,
a lot of
okay?
movies just got really
I
stupid
just accept that as a reality.
sometime
That's
in like
part
the
of
last 5
coalition.
years.
I don't say that anybody is welcome or
So I
unwelcome.
kinda
I
just
say
stopped
that if
watching
you're
them.
willing to sort of help us, you're going to get a lot what you want. You don't get everything that you want.
Lilbers 3
What
said,
has really
talk
annoyed
fake
me
ass clown.
about the hawkish side of
What
this
the
thing
fuck is you?
is
About art?
they attack any effort to negotiate They attack the president. They attack me personally. Donald Trump is betraying me. Wait a second. If you want to have like a hawkish policy towards Iran, the idea that Donald Trump has betrayed you because he's also trying to negotiate to get a good outcome for the
Why,
American people
bro?
is
Why?
crazy.
Lil Bruce
And so
3
you've seen a
said
lot
Jaw.
of these people completely flip
Dixie Enormous
on
7
Jaws
said
was good
What's
back
up?
in the
$300
day.
billion or $300 billion
What's up?
point.
What's up, Dixie? That's a great name, bro.
Not just with the
That's a great
Iranians,
name.
but
I
with the
too
Gulf
suffer
Arab
from that
states.
problem.
What is the term MOU? What does it
Sorry,
stand for?
memorandum of understanding. It's the basic structure that we set up for the negotiation. So what happened here is, okay, so people sort of think of the Middle East.
How
as
many
like
people do you
Iran
get with
versus
that, yo?
Israel. I think a lot of people do.
I know you got to get a
There's
lot.
also
You got to get a
massive
lot of them, but
number
that's like the ultimate
of
troll
Dixie
name.
Enormous
states that are
7
really
said
important, good
Steph.
allies to the United States. You know, they and
Milagros
Israel don't always see eye to
9016
eye, but
said
we're
Dick.
obviously very close to
Ooh,
both
woo.
Israel and to the Gulf states. And the Gulf states actually came to us and said, you know what?
The fucking bot
If the
says it perfect
Iranians
too. That's the
are
the funny part.
willing to change their behavior, we'd like to invest in rebuilding their
Like you
country.
didn't get me, but you
Now,
got my fucking chat bot. Damn it.
whether they change their behavior is something that's going to be determined over the
Lil
long
Bruce
term.
3
right?
said,
We wanna see
okay,
real
top
changes.
10
We wanna see
horror
them
movies.
Stop funding terrorist organizations.
Shoot.
Tom _34
The
said,
remake of House on Haunted
still haven't
Hill.
got the fishing level for questing
And then
yet?
just
in the
probably
region
like
are
just mix and
saying,
match fucking
we'd
the
like
the
to
OG
invest if they've
like
changed their
Child's
behavior.
Play,
Would the United States let us
Nightmare on Elm
release
Street,
sanctions
fucking
that would make it possible for
Friday
the
the
UAE and
13th,
Saudi
Halloween.
Arabia and other
They're all
countries to
loosely the
invest in
same
Iran?
movie, yo. They're all the
Our
same
attitude
movie
was,
with a different
well, isn't
plot,
that a victory for us?
slightly, or different
If Iran's
characters.
biggest enemies see that they have changed themselves so much that they're willing
Still
to
haven't got the
invest
fishing
in the
level
Iranian
for questing
economy,
yet. Nah, not yet. I'm like
Milagros
3 levels
96
away.
it's a
said,
win-win.
in the
And then you get all
world,
these
shaking
people
ass in the
saying,
parking
no,
lot.
no. You can't give them $300 billion. It's like, we're not talking about giving them $300 billion. We're talking about letting
What?
other countries invest
Bro?
in Iran if Iran has
Lil
changed
Bruce
the way
3
that it
said
treats
the
the
Rings?
Gulf Arab countries. It's fundamentally between them,
The Ring
the
was alright.
Iranians, and the Gulf Arab countries. So there's this line in the MOU that basically
So was
says that if Iran meets all of its obligations,
fuck,
Milagros
I can't remember what it
9016
was
said,
called in The
I
Grudge in
actually
American,
shook
but
my
I
ass
saw
in
it
the
in the
parking
original
lot.
Japanese one,
and
whatever.
that,
Joan.
like again, the Hawks
Lil Bruce 3 said the
attacked
Rings.
us
2.
and misrepresented this.
I don't
and
think I
lied
saw the
about it
second
and
one.
said the Trump administration is going to give the Iranians $300 billion. And it's totally fake. It's completely made up. And it was done purely in order to politically tank the negotiation. So there's been this interesting dynamic here where
Maybe I did see
as
Rings.
we've been trying to negotiate,
I
there
might have
have
been drinking then. I don't really
these
remember.
extraordinarily well-funded efforts to tank the negotiation, to prevent us from reaching a deal, to change American public opinion, which, by the way, if you look at the public opinion, people love the idea of actually getting to a final resolution on this thing. Americans they're not game for long-term, open-ended regime change wars in the Middle East. They're okay with us using the military to accomplish discrete objectives. They're not okay with open-ended obligations.
What do you think the motivation of the Hawks is? Do you think this is? Are they influenced by defense contractors? Are they what's the reason why they're so keen on continuing to bomb?
I think with any big group of people, you have a diversity of opinions. So sure, I'm sure that you have people who are influenced by.
They continue to bomb, by the way, because America's a war machine. That's what we do. We're the cogs or the gears in the great American war machine. That's what we do. We put out weapons of mass destruction on a very large scale, and if you piss us off, we'll come through and we'll destabilize your government. We'll fucking instill a leader that listens to what the fuck we say. And we've been doing that the entire fucking time. At least for the last, I don't know, 100 years or so. And, that's why a lot of people hate us. If y'all don't quite understand that, folks. Like a lot. That's why, like most folks don't really hate like us as a people. Some of them, but like they damn sure hate the American country because we just go and fuck shit up for no good goddamn reason except to line the pockets of our politicians because it damn sure ain't helping the fucking people.
Defense contractors, there's a lot of talk about how much is the Israeli government influencing American politics.
Oh, it's a lot, by the way. The answer to that's a lot. Like the fucking bottom of every fucking rabbit hole, yo. Every fucking rabbit hole. That it doesn't have to do with aliens. like every political rabbit hole or whatever, like who shot JFK, you know, shit like that. Like it's Schmizreal. It's a large amount of them Schmizreal. Epstein files, Schmizreal. It's it's fucking wild as shit.
And
It's concerning as fuck. To find that out, and then you see everybody on both sides of the aisle supporting the motherfucking little blue star flag, yo. Oh my god! And it's like, and then they make it so that like the one anti like free speech law, like where you can't say a certain word to pass it a law, so you can't say anything against like that specific group of people from that specific country. And no one was really saying shit about them prior at all. Kind of like, oh, well, we gonna start doing some fuck shit to these people, and we want to make it so that they can't say nothing about it. This is a, what is it, fucking dictatorship or totalitarian government or whatever. Yeah.
there are certainly certain people within the Israeli government who hate the deal, and we see exact evidence.
Like, we are under control. This is the USI. They just merged our militaries. For those of y'all that are just new to this shit, don't know. Like the U.S. military and the IDF or whatever is the IDF.
You nightmare, Lil Bruce.
They
Don't play around me. I don't like horror movies. I
Bitch.
love music. This not game. Kill the king, one thing. Lil Bruce 3 said no mercy.
But yeah, so they just merged the two militaries and the CIA and Mossad, which is Schmizreal's intelligence agency. Why am I fucking running over here like there's a fucking wave about to hit and there's nothing? I'm just nervous talking about Schmizreal. That's what it is. Them little hat wearing motherfuckers got me concerned.
In order to attack the deal, I think some of it's just pure political ideology.
They own Google, by the way. They own Google. They got like their own chip in the new iPhone.
That we can basically, you can wave a
Lil
magic
Bruce
wand
3
with the military
said,
and accomplish
"King."
whatever you want. And it's not that simple. You actually
Right
have to
though,
have
Lil
a
Bruce,
very clear
right.
objective.
Don't forget to
Military
smash that
power
like, subscribe button.
accomplish a clear objective, but you've got to have that clear objective. You can't just say we're going
Only filters over here is from YouTube, which is also owned by the little hat
I
people.
think it's a combination of things, but I definitely think you have seen this very discreet.
Hell, pick a social media motherfucking spot that's not like
to try to
Twitter,
derail the negotiation
little hat
and
people.
Try to derail the deal. And,
Maybe Truth
there
Social.
was, again, there's this time
Probably
that
not, though.
Came out yesterday. A friend sent it to me.
They probably
It's
own it
worth
too.
reading because it lists a bunch of people who have quite literally been paid by a former Trump campaign person who was himself paid by certain elements within the Israeli government. And those
Luna
people are
Carmichael
attacking me
XD1PC
viciously
said, "Hey
for quite
fam, how are
literally
you,
trying to
Tofe?"
accomplish the
What's up,
negotiation
Luna? Welcome
objective
on
of the
in. I'm doing
presidency
alright.
of the country.
Chilling.
So,
What is their position?
Trying to level my
How they're
fishing.
attacking you, how?
oh, it's social media posts. It's they're leaking to reporters. They're attacking me.
Watching
incessantly,
JD Vance's
saying that
interview on
we
Joe
should not
Rogan
be
the other day.
negotiating with Iran. We should just keep the military campaign going indefinitely, and that is their explicit position. And coming after me saying that, people have come after me
Dealing
and
with
say
a
that
bunch
I'm
of kids
influenced
too.
by
I think the kids got
Qatar,
quiet though. They probably
influenced
went
by
to sleep.
foreign governments. That I take my marching orders from Tucker Carlson, and there's just so much bullshit out there. When what I'm actually trying to do is accomplish what the President of the United States told me to accomplish, which is a settlement of this that accomplishes our objectives. Iran doesn't have a nuclear weapon. We have the free flow of oil and gas. And like, I should be clear,
Darlene, a 9009 said,
mind.
"Hi,
I don't
What's
mind,
up, Darlene?
Lil Bruce
Welcome on
3
into the
said,
stream.
don't get
The-
nightmare."
Let's say certain elements
Don't
of the Israeli
get
government
nightmare.
want to criticize
A
the deal or have
9009 said,
disagreements about the
"How are
deal.
you?"
I
I'm
don't
doing
even
pretty
mind
good.
An effort to try to influence.
Just getting a little late, getting a little tired, but other than that, it's been a good day so far overall. How you
It's
doing?
just sort of the nature of the beast. What bothers me is actually when Americans allow, meaning American leadership, allows that influence to affect their judgment and to affect
Lil Bruce
what they
3
are
said,
advocating for.
"GG."
That's what really bothers me. People are always going
Right.
to try to influence the United States of America, whether they're
Appreciate
allies of
you,
ours
Lil
or whether
Bruce.
they're enemies of ours.
Lil
But
Bruce 3 said,
Again, when I
"I
open
love
up
you."
the pages of Time magazine, And I
You
see
you
that there's a
too,
literal
homie?
foreign influence campaign being funded to tank the very deal that I was pursuing. And oh, by the way, many of the people who were receiving that money were actually attacking me in completely dishonest ways. You know, my response to that is, well, go to hell. I'm going to do what I have to do for the American people. I represent Americans first, and that's the way that I've tried to do this job. And
Wait, did I lose the kids because I was talking about the little
Darlene,
hat
a
people, yo? Is that all it
9009 said,
takes?
I remember
Joe,
you.
the crazy thing
I
is,
talked to you before.
I'm like
Yeah, I
the
think I
White
remember you
House.
or you two.
I'm
I don't remember if it was
actually
this stream
in
or the
this,
last one,
you know, there's this massive pro-Israel, anti-Israel debate in the
but I
United
remember the
States of
name.
America.
I don't
I'm
have a
right
whole
there
lot of
with the
folks
Muslim
like
moderate. And I think
actually
that's
in
what
here
so
off
many
kick most of
people
the time, or
don't
they don't stick around for
realize
very long.
is, you know, I've been accused of being an anti-Semite.
But Kick's getting there
I've been
though. It was
accused
like my strongest channel for the longest time.
quite literally for I've been accused of
Darlene,
trying to,
a
I guess, some people say that I've
9009 said,
insulted the Jewish
I
religion,
told you that my
which is
streamer hasn't
insane.
replied yet.
Like I have a ton
Lil
of
Bruce
respect for
3
the Jewish
said,
religion.
you
I mean,
left
if you
me
talk about,
subscribe button.
Specifically did you say that?
I don't know.
Little
I've
Bruce,
never
homie,
heard
what you
a
talking about?
good, compelling argument for why I'm an anti-Semite.
Are you saying
I've
I
been
need
accused
to
of being
hit the
an anti-Semite by many
subscribe button,
people,
or what are
but
we
it's-
doing?
what always
Damn
what I
it!
say to these guys is, look at public opinion, look at the way young Republicans versus Republicans over the age of 65 approach this issue. Like, right now, Israel is losing the public opinion battle in the United States of America. It is a simple and
That's because we have the
Lil
internet
Bruce 3
now, and
said,
we
what
realize
the
that they are
hell?
fucking us. What the hell? What?
obvious fact. Donald Trump has said that publicly. It's a simple and
Why do
obvious
you think
fact.
that is?
Well, let me finish this point.
Okay,
because,
go ahead.
okay, my attitude is towards this is Israel is an ally. Like France or like the United Kingdom, we're going to have disagreements with them. We're going to have agreements with them. There are areas where we're going to have similar interests and areas where our interests are going to diverge. So my approach to this is to say, you know what? When we're partnered,
Darlene, a
great, let's work
9009
together.
said,
And we're not. Let's just
I
be
told
honest
you
about
about my artwork
and
before.
I, for that,
Do you remember
people
anything
attack
about
me
it?
for being an anti-Semite or
I mean,
anti-Israel.
I
And they
remember
don't
asking you
see
about it when I
the
was playing
writing on
Dead
the
by
wall.
Daylight
And
earlier.
I'm
I
actually
don't
just
think
the
you
guy
answered me
Lil
yet.
Bruce
for a
3
normal
said,
relationship.
happy
But like
now.
nobody sent me any 3D models that I had asked for. So it's
Streamlabs
like I don't
said,
know what the fuck
thank
y'all
you
can
for
do to begin
subscribing,
with.
Lil
Another
Bruce.
one joins the
Hell yeah, Lil
rebellion.
Bruce, appreciate the
Why
subscription, yo,
is Israel
or the
losing?
sub. Hell,
Why
my
is
little
Israel
alien popped
losing
up and everything. That was
American
sweet.
public opinion?
Well, the narrative is that Israel has a
Means
very
my alerts worked.
disproportionate effect on American
That shit pissed me
politics.
off for like
I
5
see that.
hours
I
the other
mean,
day, yo.
I
Just trying to get
actually
that little
think
alien to
that
pop up right.
They look. Do they try to influence American politics? Yes, but like I said earlier, a lot of other countries do. I think
To
some.
the extent that Israel does,
I think
though?
some are better at it than others. I think the Israels are definitely more effective at it than most, but I wouldn't say that they're the only effective country by any means.
You just
that
called them the
tries to
Israels.
Influence American politics. I just think you have to be self-aware about it. I mean, why wouldn't you? It's a country of 9 million people. We have 330 million people, and so of course they're going to.
Give me 1 sec, be right back.
Persuade
Lil Bruce
Americans.
3
They're going to try
said,
to move Americans
"Night,
in one
night,
direction
I'm
or another.
gone."
I think that's just the nature of the beast.
But it's more than that. The concern is that they're spying on American politicians. That there's concerns about funding. There's concerns about influence. There's concerns about
All right.
whether or not politicians are
Let's get them fish.
whether they're aligned with Israel or whether they're aligned with the United States.
Alright, little Bruce. Good
Well,
night, homie. I'll hopefully
certainly,
see you tomorrow.
Like, I definitely get those.
I'll be on here
concerns,
doing something.
But my sense is that the way that all foreign
Try to be on here a little
influence
earlier,
in
too.
the United States is people try to manipulate American public opinion, and then from manipulating a public opinion, they try to.
Yo, Americans are like retarded too, y'all. It's so goddamn easy for these motherfuckers to manipulate public opinion. It's fucking stupid as fuck to watch. Nobody researches nothing. Everybody just takes what these motherfuckers in the news say at face value.
Darlene,
Even after
a
the video.
9009 said, you are a good person, and I
get the
wish you
outcomes that they want.
success.
And this thing
I
is
have a
very
wish,
good example
but
of
I
this.
have my own difficulties.
So,
And that
you
is
know,
why I do this
like
work.
we know.
Right?
beyond a
Milagros
reasonable
9016
doubt
Shit, I might have to
Hi.
start doing what
that
you're
the
doing.
negotiation
Milagros
strategy that the
9016
president
said,
has asked us
I
to
came
pursue.
back.
And again, with
Yeah,
limitations,
hey, what's
when
up,
the Iranians have
Milagros?
ships,
Welcome
the
on
president has
back.
been willing to knock the hell out of the Iranians in response. This is not just a
What?
negotiation. It's negotiations.
No, do you really have to go outside,
But I
buddy?
know beyond a shadow of a doubt
Why can't you just hang
that
out with
there have
me?
been people within the Israeli government who are trying
You're just
to
gonna go lounge on the
like
concrete.
actually shift us away from that policy because they want to continue the
Milagros
military
9016
campaign.
said,
And by
"You
the way,
don't seem
like, there
too
are people
excited
within
to
their
see
government
me."
that I love, I have good relationships with.
I mean, you
And I don't
you
think
spam the
that they're
chat a
upset
little
about this.
crazily,
I
but
mean,
other than that, I
you
don't
know,
really
the
care. It's great
ambassador
engagement.
of
The
Israel to the
AI, I
United
love it.
States, I think, is actually a really good guy. Obviously, he cares about Israel first. I care about America first. But there are some people within their system we know beyond a shadow of a doubt who are manipulating and trying to change American public opinion to keep the war going on indefinitely. Again, not towards any objective, but just indefinitely. So, like, does it happen? Yes. But I guess what I would say to the Americans who sort of see this and are frustrated by it, my attitude would be you should be frustrated at American leaders who are, you know, persuaded by this, affected by this. Countries are going to do what countries do. I really don't. It doesn't bother me that Qatar tries to influence the United States of America.
Where
They
the
do.
fuck's the
I
storm
like a lot
at?
of the Qataris, just like I like a lot of the Israelis. It doesn't bother me
Go.
that Israel tries to do this. It frankly doesn't even bother me that Russia or some of these other countries do it. It's just the nature
Darlene, a
of
9009
being a
said,
political leader
"I have
in
artwork that
2026.
matches your game.
What does bother
When you
me
add it to your
is
profile ID,
when
your ID will look
those
much better and more
operations, those
professional.
influence
You can use it
campaigns
on Kick
actually
as well as
affect
Twitch."
American political judgment because they
Yeah, it's
shouldn't.
not what I need
Because
right
we
now
should
in
be
my life,
thinking
bro.
what is in the best
I got
interest of the
Chat
United States
GPT
of
for all
America.
that. Now, what I
Do you
need is
think
somebody
that
that can do
Israel
3D
is
models
affecting
of
American
like
political
Warhammer
judgment?
figures, like Warhammer 40K figures, so I could motherfucking proxy them
I
bitches
mean,
and print them bitches off with a 3D printer.
I certainly
That's
think
what I need in my
that
life.
there are a lot of
Slater said, "I'm
talking
back."
points and there are a lot of arguments
What
that
the fuck? You ain't even launched all
make
the
their way
fish.
into American political discourse.
I'll go back up there and
I think
launch
there
the
are a lot of
fish.
social media campaigns that definitely influence Americans and affect Americans.
Yeah, that's what
Do
I
I
need.
think that it's been
That's where I'm
dispositive
at.
on any particular issue? Like, I think that's a much more difficult
Do
question.
you
man.
think that we would have
Or even like some
started this
cool
recording
like
right
some
without
cool
the
landscape or
visit?
something like that. I mean, something that look like
I think
halfway
the president,
realistic or some shit. You
completely
know, like.
separate from
But most of
any
y'all, all y'all got is like
influence
some
from
AI
Israel,
BS.
believes very strongly. And again, I agree with
Like
this.
it's the
Everybody
same
should not have
profile as like the
Right
last
Everybody
five
after
is
people.
willing to
we
do things.
bombed them in June.
And it's like I gave the
That was
last
the
two
initial
people like
attack.
very specific
Beginning
instructions
of
on some
last year.
3D
Yeah,
models,
and
and they was like, "I
Right.
got you," and I ain't heard nothing
Do
back
you
about it.
think he would have continued with the most recent campaign?
I'm
if it
starting to
wasn't
think
for
most of
the
y'all are
Israeli
just
threat?
bots.
Yes, I do.
Really?
I do.
Like I'm talking to
I mean, I
talking to the
think
AI right now, feeding the beast.
again, and I see this, and I see it even from people that are in our coalition. And this would be my flip side to the
Use that hammer.
hawks
I
who
don't
have
need
been
it. I don't need to
attacking
draw
me
that
or
bitch.
the president mercilessly over negotiation. I would sort of turn this back on some of the doves or some of the realists who have been attacking the president of the
Darlene,
United
a
States.
9009
Those are the
said,
peace
"You can
people?
check and
Peace
see
people.
whether
That's
it
what
was
you call
made by
them, doves?
GPT or not.
You never heard that
You can
phrase?
recognize handmade work, right?"
Man, look, I'm hoping
Tom
that like
understood
the
it
shit
for
that I
said,
keep seeing
"Seems
isn't
like a bot
handmade.
offering artworks."
Doves is good, right?
It always is, yo. It's like every like
What
stream I
think a
got
lot of
at
people,
least one or
I've heard
two.
this argument is this idea that Donald Trump, was sort of. I've even heard people say he was blackmailed.
But that's why I said like I actually need a digital artist right now. But like I don't need like 2D fucking BS. Like I need somebody that can make 3D models of fucking figures. You know, like to where I don't have to go get myself a 3D scanner or the shit, and I can just proxy them right now. I don't gotta learn all this extra CAD program and shit.
Blackmailed is crazy to me, because again, I see the way that he makes decisions. I see the way that he.
It's like I got the Amazon store already. I got some shirts going.
Like, I'm gonna take orders
And
from
then
you.
the next goal is to start doing like 3D printed shit. But like I can't just do basic bitch 3D printed shit because I gotta be better than that.
Tong
And-
underscore 4 said, "Put that
What do
3D
you
printer
mean?
to work."
Well, the Epstein files.
Hell
were
yeah.
supposed to be released.
I'm
And
thinking
there
my
was a
best
tremendous
bet
amount
on,
of
well, I mean the one I
resistance
got
to
is
these
basically
files
just
being
like a learning
released.
model
That
anyway.
concerned a lot of
But
people,
it's
'cause
my girl got me
we're
a like
talking
it's a
about
resin
very
printer, so it's
wealthy,
perfect for
powerful people that were
minifigs
engaged
or
in crimes.
I see. So you're basically
like
saying,
minifigs or
the fear is that
tabletop
whatever's in the
figurines, like
Epstein
shit like that, like
files
Warhammer
is
40K and
used
all
to
that type of thing.
blackmail,
So
like, the
it's supposed to
administration
print like
into doing the Iran thing.
relatively
Or
good
at the very least, the
definition
people
quality
that
or whatever.
were involved in the Epstein files that didn't want them
I haven't
coming
even
out
got a chance. I
had
won't get a chance to
undue
fire the
influence.
motherfucker up for at least another week.
Well,
Excuse me.
again, like, say this with all
But I'm just
candor,
trying to find
we
somebody
absolutely
that can
screwed up
like
the comms of the Epstein files.
make me some
Like, we just
Warhammer
did.
fucking figures
But
and
do
tanks
I
and
think the
shit and all
reason we
that,
screwed up
you
the
know.
comms
But
is because we
and I'm like,
didn't
shit,
find
I
something
get
that
a digital
the
artist
reason
fucking
we
every
screwed up the
stream.
comms
One
of
of
the
these
Epstein files
motherfuckers
is
got to
one,
actually be worth a
Tom
fuck,
ninety-two
and
thirty
it's
four
like they're
said,
not.
"It's a
and
start.
Bondi said
Can always
the
upgrade
client
once
list
you're
is
more
on my
comfortable
desk,
in it."
right?
Well, see, they
Oh
have
yeah, well then that's what I figured
the
too. Was once
terror
I actually like
scanning
learned the
right
basics and
front.
But
shit,
those binders were largely documents that had already been released, right? So here's
because it's gonna be the coolest thing
Well,
ever
what
till
is
I
the
break the
defense.
printer,
purpose of that performative
and then I'm gonna fucking hate it.
display of the Epstein files?
But I'm gonna try and
she
do
was saying
everything
there's
as proper as
tens
I
of
possibly
thousands
can
of
to avoid
hours
that
of
shit from
film.
happening for a
I
while.
don't know what the purpose of it was, but I know that the effect of it was to make people mistrust the entire effort. And I think what I
But it
think
should
is
be
happening.
sweet. She
Look,
got
I
me
know
like
Pam.
the
I know Pam. I don't think there was anything malicious going on.
the
I
fuck is
think
this shit? It's
Pam
like the
was trying to respond to the political moment. I think she overstated what we had and what we didn't
what's
have.
the fucking name of this
And I
shit
think
called?
that she, got roasted.
I'd have to actually pull up the
publicly by a
fucking
lot of people,
slicer
including me. Like,
software real quick. Hold up.
you and I have talked about this a lot. I'm like one of the OG Epstein conspiracy theorists. I've gone down every single rabbit hole we could go down. Most of them today. Look, the original sin
Anycube? Is that
of
what it's
the
called? Or
Epstein
Anycubic? She got me the
investigation,
Anycubic
and obviously I'm
photon
biased here, but it was
mono
not
4 or something like
what
that
Donald Trump and the
resin
administration
printer,
did in
and then the
2025.
wash
It
station
was,
that
you have to
goes
go back
with it
to
and shit.
2007, 2008.
It's like the little starter kit.
original Alex Acosta investigation of Jeffrey Epstein,
But like I
where
got nowhere
he
to set it
basically
up
dropped
while we got a
federal
bunch of
charges.
people
I
over
think
here,
Epstein
so
ended up
it's gonna
getting
be a little while before I get to
prosecuted
try it
for
out.
some sort of
But I'm trying to
legal
like get
thing.
some ideas together on
The
shit
original
I can go ahead and
warrant,
like
the original warrant back in
start getting
2008.
an idea
What
on
was he
right
looking
away.
for? What was he allowed to look for? What were they collecting?
Cause
He
like
was
my
not
immediate
looking
thought
at
on a way to
parts.
Tom
generate like
underscore
instant
4
revenue
said,
So
from it is
"Pokemon's been
like
that
popping off
happens.
lately.
Okay,
Should really look into
Epstein
making
gets pinched. I
Pokemon
think he goes to
figurines."
prison, or maybe this is when he was
I
under
was
house
thinking about that, but I
arrest.
can't sell that on
But
Amazon.
like anything that
That's a
existed
straight red flag. Them
from
bitches
the
won't
80s
even
and
make it
90s
past the
up to
fucking
2006,
first
2007,
add to store
anything
or
that
whatever.
existed that we didn't get back then
But if I
was
go do
disappearing,
like
right? So like when
like
people say,
anything
I think you've seen
in
on the
person or
inside that they think
whatever
that that Epstein never
Tom
like
understanders
people, or that
34
convention
said,
centers or shit
"Etsy?"
like that, I'll
or
bring
sex
some shit like
trafficking.
that.
No, absolutely not.
I have Etsy,
What
yeah,
I have seen,
and I
as
can
we
put them on
release the
Etsy.
files,
Etsy's a
is
little bit more
that there
relaxed.
just wasn't dispositive evidence. And
But
if
I'm
that
thinking
was
about like
dispositive
some
evidence
scenery
ever
and shit
existed,
like
it was
that for
probably
like
destroyed in
Warhammer,
Darlene,
2006,
a
2007.
D&D and all that.
9009
Again,
said,
in our defense,
"Will you make a donation banner
yes,
and a
was there
YouTube
some,
banner?"
bitching and moaning, and was there some back and forth?
I mean, I
Yes.
have
But we
like
eventually
all that
collected
shit on the
$6
like in
million
the
documents
description and
as
YouTube,
part of
and
the
then it's
effort.
on my
The
like
president, people say the
I
president
think it's in the
was
links too.
forced into
I have like
releasing
links
the
for the shit on all the
documents.
channels. I
Again,
try like I have
you're Donald
shirts. I
Trump,
try
and
not
now
like
that there's about
actively
legislation,
be on here
especially
like
within the United
yo,
States Senate,
y'all I need
basically
money.
he
I need
absolutely
money.
thought he
Please
killed the
donate.
interview.
I'm
He actually
poor.
said,
Fuck all
we're
that.
going to release
Fuck
these
all of
files.
that.
He thought, he was annoyed by the story. He
I'll
was annoyed by the
motherfucking go
Democrats
broke and
accusing
be
him of
homeless
doing
for I
things
ask
bad.
another motherfucker
By
for
the way,
anything.
like, do I think there is any? I've never seen a single piece of credible evidence.
Damn,
That
I'll
the
go
president of
off
the
and
United
build
States
a log
engaged in
cabin in
fraudulent
the
files,
motherfucking
ever.
woods.
So, like when the president says the hoax, that's what he's talking about. Is this democratic idea that he somehow was a pedophile? It's absurd. There's no evidence for it. Now, the Epstein document.
I just want to know if you
Darlene,
motherfuckers
a
can do it.
9009 said,
That's all I want to
"Pricing
know.
depends on what you want
We found out
exactly
3
and
million of
how
them
you
are
want,
actually
the
responsive, has
requirements
something
you
to
want
do
for
with
the
the
artwork.
Epstein estate. We
So, if
released
you could
all
tell
of
me in
them, with the
details
exception
what
of a
exactly
few
you're looking
things that are
for,
like,
I can quote you
the
in price."
courts have said that
See
we
if
have
y'all
to
could
redact
do
certain
it.
things, or we can't release certain files. But like we did release
Like-
all these files. Did it take longer than it should have taken? Yes. But we did
Like
release
for
these
we talking
files,
about
and
price,
again,
it's cheaper for me
the
to just
problem
learn the
here is
CAD
not
software my goddamn self. If I'm
like
being honest with you, or
any
wait
of
another
them
fucking
files
6
were not
months for
inferior.
AI to get there.
The problem is, if you go back to the original investigation,
It can do
was
basic shit.
designed
It can't
in a
do
way that was
anything
way too
nice.
narrow. If there was a broader conspiracy, and my view is that there
Or I
probably
just gotta
was.
find like a black market.
The evidence
Realistically, I'm
existed
gonna
in
have to find
2007,
somewhere that's like
and it was the opportunity
black
to get
So when you say
fucking
there probably
market.
was
You
a
know what I
broader
mean? Like
conspiracy, what exactly you're saying?
you
I
know,
think
kind of
there's some
fucking
options
3D
available, and
downloads. That's probably where I'm
even
better off
when
looking
we
for
have
what I
talked about
need.
this,
comments. Some of the motherfuckers that are sharing the 3D print fucking designs for just for the love of the game, because fuck the motherfucker big dudes. And just take them from there, put them in the slicer software, and alter it to what I need myself. That's the
every
part I
every
need to
rabbit
figure
hole
out. But
here.
my girl went to,
So
you
there's
know,
the
did computer
theory
aided
whether it
drafting
was
at school a
American
little bit, so
intel or
it's
foreign intel
she
that
understands that
Epstein was
software
sort
a
of
lot better than I do. It's
using.
just expensive ass fucking software.
Epstein was using sort of
But she was talking about
the
trying to make a
sexually
game and shit like that
rich and
anyways. I
powerful
probably was
people.
like sweet talk her into
There's that
getting it
piece
for
of it.
herself. Just
You
use it
know, I think there's a
like
separate
an
conspiracy
asshole.
that hasn't gotten covered as much, which is that Epstein actually, okay, if you go back to the original,
Hold up.
again, the idea that Donald Trump could not have killed that legislation, especially with the United States Senate, is a joke. He absolutely could have killed it. What did he do? He actually said, nope, we're going to release these files. He thought, you know, he was annoyed by the story. He was annoyed by the Democrats accusing him of doing things bad. By the way, like, do I think there is any, I've never seen a single piece of credible evidence that the President of the United States engaged in wrongdoing with minors, ever. So, like, when the president says the hoax, that's what he's talking about, is this
Okay, so if this motherfucker ain't do nothing or wasn't involved in nothing or none of his buddies wasn't involved in nothing or
Milagros
nothing with none,
9016 said, I'm
he'd
back.
have put them bitches out in the first week of him being in office,
Milagros
bro.
9016 said, again.
First week. What's up, Milagros? Welcome on back. I was just talking about how if the orange man wasn't on, you know, wasn't doing nothing wrong, he'd have released them motherfucking files with a quickness. With a quickness as fuck. But no, he waited like, what, a year? And then they redacted the shit out of them. They released the victims' names, but fucking, you know, redacted the names of the people molesting them. It's the most wild shit ever. And we ain't riot or nothing. They rioted like, but they burned whole cities to the ground because a crackhead got his fucking, you know, couldn't breathe or whatever the fuck happened. Which, you go back and you look back at all them motherfucking shits. The coroner report said that he died of a fucking
Milagros
overdose.
9016
Wasn't
said,
even a fucking
when are you going to get off live?
asphyxiation. I don't know, probably like another hour or so. When my head started nodding. Don't forget to smash that like button for me, homie, if you haven't already. And that subscribe button too. But yeah, the fact that nobody rioted after, like, it was just kind of blatantly proven that they were raping and eating kids. And it's like, well, what the fuck can you do? Like, what are we supposed to do as like, you know, normal fucking citizens? Like, the police will just bust our fucking ass. Bust our ass with the fucking quickness. And it's like, well, why aren't they doing nothing? Because the people
Slater
raping
said,
and eating the kids are the ones
I
signing their
left again.
paychecks.
Now I will stay.
They're the ones who make the laws and decide how they're fucking dictated and all that shit. How they're interpreted. What's up, Slater? Welcome on back in. I'm just talking about the Epstein
democratic
files.
idea that he somehow was a pedophile. It's absurd. There's no evidence for it. Now,
You know what? There might not be.
Epstein
But he sure as fuck talked to a lot of
law
them.
gets signed.
He
We
was
find
buddy-buddy
6
with a
million
lot of them.
documents. We find about 3 million of them are actually responsive, has something to do with the Epstein estate. We release all of them, with the exception of a few things that are like, you know, the courts have said that we have to redact certain things or we can't release certain files. But, like, we did release
Man, why
all
the
these
fuck?
files. Did it take longer than it should have taken? Yes. But we did release these files. And again, the problem here is not, like, anything that's in the files or not in the files. The problem is, if you go back to the original...
Oh, there was some problems in them files, yo. They hid some shit and whatnot too. Like that whole thing where if you could take a file and then you could retype it back in with like a different, if it was like a JPEG, you could type it in as like MOV and shit like that. And you could get videos and audio clips and all types of fucking crazy ass photos. Man, it was some shit in them files, yo. I didn't even dig that deep. I got it on my other channel.
Darlene, a
But like
9009
my boy,
said,
he ain't look
please
right.
tell me, will you take a look or not?
You know what, Darlene? Just for you, hold on. Where am I at with this fucking boss? He almost dead. All right, let me kill this fucking boss real quick. Let me get up out of here. We gonna have us a look see at what you got going on. And I don't even have a rope. I don't even have a rope. Son of a bitch. Which one are you, Darlene?
Darlene, a 9009 said, okay.
Which one are you?
Darlene, a 9009 said, Bye.
No, homie, Darlene, which one are you on Discord? You can't just be like, look at my shit for 20 minutes. And then when I'm like, alright, fine, what's your shit look like? So I can make fun of you. You want peace out. What's your name? Alright, like 18 of y'all. I was been talking shit to y'all motherfuckers all afternoon. Fuck, I lost my goddamn rope. She left, didn't she? Or they? I want to say she, but it's like, it's probably some Indian dude.
Darlene, a 9009 said, my name Luna.
Fuck.
Darlene, a 9009 said, I from Canada.
Darlene, I don't even have you on here. Unless you already got, like, erased out of the fucking, the fucking Discord shit.
Darlene, a 9009 said, okay.
Yeah, you're not even on here, Broski.
Darlene, a 9009 said Luna, 4500.
Yeah, you're not on here.
Darlene, a 9009 said my Discord.
I know what you said, but I'm just saying, like, if I didn't add you already, you know what, fuck it. I'm curious. I'm curious to see what you fucking got. This is probably gonna be, I'll bet money it's a bunch of bullshit. There you go. I sent you a motherfucking request. Let's see what this for a fucking person should look like. Why you got Visual Store? Why ain't none of y'all just send me the fucking shit directly on fucking on Discord, motherfuckers? Yeah, ain't none of y'all send me any fucking thing. Like, is it like, do y'all just want my Discord for whatever reason? Do you get paid off like the Discord information or some crazy shit? Cause ain't none of y'all do anything. It just baffles the shit out of me. Like, what is the scam, bro? Cause I like money and I want in on it too. I feel like, fuck, even being poor in America, you miss out on like the best stuff. Fuck was that?
Investigation, it was designed in a way that was way too narrow. If there was a broader conspiracy, and you know my view is that there probably was, the evidence that existed in 2007, that was the opportunity to get
So
it.
when you say there probably was a broader conspiracy, what exactly are you saying?
I think there are a few different options. I mean, look, man, I like you and I could literally do 2 episodes about this. I've gone on down to every rabbit hole. There's this funny New York Times story that's somewhat true, somewhat false, but where Susie Wiles, the White House chief of staff, says, well, we know JD's a conspiracy theorist on this. Like, I am, actually.
Damn it.
I've gone down every rabbit hole here. Look, so there's the theory that whether it was American intel or foreign intel,
The world had to
Epstein was
change.
using, Epstein was using sort
Tone
of
Understood
the
34
sex
said,
ring to blackmail
YouTube
rich
chat
and
feels
powerful
lonely.
people.
You stream on Twitch
There's that
too?
piece of it.
Yeah, I'm on
I
Twitch
think
and
there's a
Kick right now.
separate conspiracy that hasn't gotten covered as much, which is that Epstein actually. Okay, if you go back to the original Epstein guy was Les Wexner, okay, who Columbus, Ohio, was the wealthiest person in Ohio, maybe still is the wealthiest person in the state of Ohio. The thing that everybody in Columbus, I lived there for a time, knew
Oh.
about the Wexner-Epstein relationship.
No, I'm in the right fucking
is
world.
That Epstein was
Just a
this
lot
tax
less
guy.
people in it.
That Epstein was like the genius at identifying weird tax strategies that would allow you to not have to pay taxes. But if you were being a little skeptical, would also say that it would allow Epstein to either blackmail or have a separate nexus of influence and control.
Another one joins the rebellion.
I'm just saying if there's another faster fucking way past.
Was Epstein like doing a lot of tax stuff that was not on the up and up, and is that one way in which he gained blackmail? It's not opposite of the sexual blackmail story, but in some ways it's you know, you could imagine both things being true. I also just think there's an element of he was a scumbag, he was a very sick person, he built relationships with a lot of other rich and powerful people who just didn't have any real moral judgment about the fact the guy was obviously a scumbag. And again, to go back to defending Donald Trump, I know people don't want to hear this these days, but like, who was the guy? People say Donald Trump's blackmailed by Jeffrey Epstein.
It's a trout,
Who
salmon,
was the guy who
tuna, and
Epstein
swordfish.
to the Palm Beach police?
The
That's
fuck
in
can I
Epstein
get?
Files.
Right.
It was Donald Trump.
He
So-
also kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago.
He kicked
I
him
guess
out
this
of
is still
Mar-a-Lago.
fucking probably gonna be it
It's
for the next
obvious
minute. I just
that
gotta quit
Epstein was
fucking off
sick, man.
Yes, but
But
if
and
you
just
want to say we mishandled
get them
the
and just
Epstein
fucking go
release,
do them or
guilty.
put them in
We
the
did
fucking thing.
mishandle,
Get the
especially
actual XP
communications
from.
of it.
what do you think should have been done?
I think that we should have just dropped everything at the very beginning. And like, obviously it takes a little time to review the stuff, to find the stuff, to redact things where you have victims and so forth. But we should have just done it as quickly as possible.
But some of the stuff that was redacted, some of the names that were redacted weren't victims.
That's what I was just saying.
I've looked into this, and my understanding of this, having looked at a lot of this, but not all of it, is that it is sometimes hard to draw a distinction between victim and co-conspirator. And like, let me highlight this in a very sort of obvious way. Ro Khanna, who's been one of the loudest voices on the Epstein file. Well, he became very loud on the Epstein files the minute Donald Trump became president. Didn't seem to care about it during the Biden administration. He actually brought one of the Epstein
Darlene,
victims, I think,
a
to the State of the Union
9009 said, I have sent you the work. Please take a look.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's the same bullshit that every other digital artist got, bro. This right here. These. All this. You all do this. All of this shit. Is this you? Like, what's going on here? Or did you do this for home? You know, I can do this with AI, right? Like, all these things with AI. Or just use all these things for free off of, like, Streamlabs or Stream Elements. Like, I'm just saying.
Tong understood 34 said, those are basic Lamau.
Right, though. Like, and this is what I keep saying every time. Now, if you can get me some 3D models, you know, that's what I need. Like, 3D models of like Warhammer 40k figs. But like at this point, I need to see like a proper model from one of you motherfuckers before I even keep talking, like entertaining a conversation further. Plus, I'm broke as shit, so like, you have to wait a minute for me to do anything like that anyway. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'll let my cat out.
Darlene, a 9009 said, all of this is custom made. Streamlabs said, support Horror Survivor and browse our growing collection of gaming and horror-inspired apparel. Amazon shop https://www.amazon.com/shops/horror survivor. Etsy shop https://c4apparelco.etsy.com.
That's right. I got some stuff over there on Amazon and Etsy. So Amazon.com/shops/horror survivor. You might have to put in like the HTTPS, whatever the fuck all those letters are. But yeah, got some channel stuff. I got some RuneScape stuff. I got some just general like humorous gamer stuff. Got some posters and some blankets on Etsy with some Valentine's Day stuff. Um, yeah, but yeah, yo, yeah. All these motherfuckers with Discord, they give me the same bunch of nonsense.
last year, or maybe it was the year before last. Well, like that victim, and I'm
But I
not
mean, I
accusing
can
her
have
saying she wasn't a
ChatGPT
victim.
custom make me
I
shit
don't
too,
know
bro.
anything about
By the way,
her particular case.
when it comes to shit
She
like
was
that,
also listed as a
ChatGPT don't do
co-conspirator in
3D
some
models
documents,
very well.
right? So there's an idea that some of the people who were
Still
engaged in
needs
sex
the actual
trafficking
people
were
for that.
also, facilitating it as well.
So they were incentivized to get more girls.
Yeah, but what I
Tom
yes,
Understood
that's
4
right, but
said,
the
respect
idea
the
is that
hustle,
it's
Darlene,
hard to
but
sort of,
that ain't it.
it's sometimes a little bit of
Darlene
gray
probably
area.
isn't even a
The
real
Palisoni
person.
Some
said,
of the people who were
"Ooh,
alleged
you're doing
victims were
temp
also
now,
alleged
huh?"
co-conspirators.
What's up,
And
Pally?
so
Yeah, I'm
what
trying to get to
DOJ tried
50
to do was kind of make that judgment as best they could and
53.
release as much as possible.
But it's clear that he was trying to get in
Hi,
contact
man.
with people that
You know,
he
knock
felt
the
were
soda off the table.
influential.
The
It was
Palisoni
clear
said,
that he was
"You need at least
trying
4
to
to
get
5
people
buckets,
to
dude."
get together on the island.
Well,
and meet at
normally, yo,
parties.
everything works
So
out
there,
like
there was
when you
something
go to
he
the
was
Tempest
doing
world.
where he
There's a
was
lot more
trying to
people in
either
here, and
influence
normally
people or compromise
everybody
people.
they're on it,
So
and it's not that
it's
fucking
not,
bad.
There's some sort of
Darlene,
an
a
operation.
There's a,
9009
there is a
said,
story there.
"I made
and
this."
I know
Please
you made
say.
it. That's the
I
sad
will give
part.
my
I
deathbed
can
The
make
on
it better
Palisoni
with
said, "I do
ChatGPT.
solo or
Prove it.
duos."
And I promise you, there's not some document that at least
Solo
I'm
or
finding
duos,
that
like doing
allows us
this.
to prove exactly what was going on and how.
He was
I didn't know there
also
was like
trying
different
to get
methods to do it.
scientists, and this is
Are you gonna
one of
bite
the
me?
reasons supposedly
100%.
why he got that
Okay, so
ranch in New Mexico.
So a
Just
friend
being
of mine
nice.
has this element. Okay, sorry, I should step back. Conspiracy theories.
The Palisoni
one of
said,
the ways
"You get
discredit a
tons of
conspiracy
points."
Theory,
Yeah.
I've thought about this a lot. Is to try to hide it.
The
Another way you
Palisoni
discredit
said,
conspiracy
"You wanna
theory
do
is
some
by flooding
duos?"
the zone. So one of the things
I
I've tried to
have
do
no
when I'm
idea
doing all
what
this
duos
stuff is
are,
to try
bro.
to understand sort of where it fits in and to try to separate the real from the fake. But one really interesting element of the whole Jeffrey Epstein saga. Okay, so he dies in 2019.
I just
right?
showed it
This
to
is
Darlene,
the
chat
end
though,
of
bro.
the
A
first
9009
Trump
The
said,
chat was not impressed.
"Show it to
His
someone,
death
but please come back to me."
coincides very, very
The
closely.
Palisoni
These are
said,
not my
"Two-man
observations as a
temper
friend,
us."
but I don't want to, reveal confidences here.
I
But
mean, you're
it
welcome to
coincides
come hang
very
The
out
closely
with
Palisoni
me and
said,
shit.
with the
"I
end
usually
of what
cook
you
my
might
fish
call
though."
the era of censorship in academia.
Yeah, I
So back
normally
in
do too, but
2019,
I'm just trying to
2020,
say
we
fuck it
really
and just
reached
hurry the
sort
fuck up
of
and get
peak
the levels.
academic censorship, where people wouldn't publish a medical study because it might
Cause
have
I'm only I've been at this shit entirely too long.
or people were getting
Where like I
fired
feel
from
like if I'd have
academia
just
for
been
not doing
fishing
land
like
acknowledgement, stuff like that. Okay,
tuna
I'm not
or
saying
whatever
that
this
stuff
whole
is
time, I'd
completely
The
already been
wrong,
Palisoni
past it.
said, "You
but
in the mass
Epstein,
world."
we know, was funding a ton of scientists. By the way,
Yeah,
where does
yeah,
money
I'm
come
in the
from? He was funding a ton of scientists. But
422.
when he died, it's almost like the era of censorship started to break, because he was also
In
plugged into a
academia.
lot of in academia, but also he was plugged into the social media companies. Like, this is a dude who knew everybody. He knew everybody. So, look,
So where
don't
did his
know.
money come from?
well, from given part of it is suspect tax advice.
The Palisoni said, "Bet I'm a
and,
hop on our end."
setting up tax schemes.
Hell
for
yeah,
very
yo! I'll
rich
see you
people.
in here when you get in here.
Why was
And
he
possibly
motivated?
Well,
to
actually, I'll see you on the outside.
Academia.
And well, I'll you know,
What was the purpose?
I don't know
depending
the answer to that
on
question. I
how
mean,
it works
I
out.
have
Hopefully, I'll meet you
theories.
there.
There's of course the
Well, most people think he was
That's the
Mossad.
goal.
Mossad or CIA or some other deep state, whether
That way
in
we can
America
come
or
in on the
Israel or
same
another
ship.
country, or both.
Oh, don't forget to smash the
was
like button
he
for me too, only
clearly
while
had
you're right there.
plans to
Try and get some more people up
the
in
highest
here
levels
while
of
I'm
American
doing these
intelligence. He
late night
clearly had
streams and shit.
connections to the highest levels of Israeli intelligence. In fact, one of the interesting things the Epstein saga reveals about, and I try to make this point, is one of the reasons why I'm always
Oh
careful
shit, we got
when
it.
I say there are some elements within the Israeli government who don't like our peace process, because there are a lot of
Darlene,
elements
a
within the Israeli government that
9009
actually do like
said,
our peace process.
"If you don't
They
want it made,
recognize
Then
that
why
this
are you saying it's from
indefinite campaign
GPT?
is not
Hi,
good for
ma'am.
You can't see
minors.
the streamer's name in
And
it.
the Epstein thing is
Ask them
interesting
and then come
because
back.
I'm
as
saying
much
I
as I
don't
know,
need a
you know,
streaming banner or
Bruce
logo
Regan,
or any of
now
that.
a
Like I can
particularly
make
popular
AI
person in
do
the
all
United
that.
States of America right
What I
now,
need are 3D models so I
Epstein
can print
seemed
them
to be
bitches.
connected
That's what I
to
need.
the elements
That's
of
what
the
I'm looking
Israeli
for.
deep state that were left of center. Like I've always found that fascinating. It
My
wasn't
bad,
like he
yo.
was super connected to the right of center of Israeli politics. America, he was connected across the board. Like he had Republican friends, he had Democratic friends. He had much deeper connections to the Israeli left of center.
Damn, I
and
had
right
a
of
lot of
center.
shit in
I
that
don't know what
fool.
that means. I've
He
always
was
found
hanging
that
out with
interesting.
Steve Bannon and Noam Chomsky.
Exactly. He had, again, in America, he had friends across the political spectrum in a way he didn't necessarily have in Israel.
I had one of my guests try to get me to meet him.
Really?
Yeah,
When?
2017.
See, that's crazy to me because at that point he'd already gone down for at least one like sex abuse thing.
That was my position. I'll show you the emails.
Okay.
They're kind of funny.
Which
I
guest?
actually read them on stage.
You want to say? Okay, fine.
People can find it.
Yeah.
I don't want to have the guy's already ruined.
Sure. But
But
dude, it's
I googled it and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Darlene, a 9009
see, but this goes
said,
back to my original.
But
What do you
this
want?
is part of what he
Tell
was
me,
doing.
and I'll let
right?
you
He
know if I
wanted
can
to
make
get
it or not.
influential people.
will you get it
But you
made?
go back to the original 2007.
Hold up, I
on
got
Jeffrey
you.
Epstein. All of the really crazy shit happened from the 90s to 2007. That's when he was at the peak of his power.
The
That's when
Palisoni
he
said,
hadn't yet
I
gone
got the
down a sex
Brutus
abuse
pet the other
scandal.
night.
Like, I mean, to your point, right? Even if you have some
So you got the
scumbags who are willing
Brutus
to
pet?
introduce him to Joe Rogan in 2017, there are a lot of Joe Rogans, or at least some, who are going to say, wait a second, I'm going to Google this guy
But a
and
lot
find out that he's a
didn't.
predator.
A lot didn't.
And
And that was really crazy.
a lot didn't, but some did. And my point is that would limit his influence. But if you
Fuck,
go
which
back
one
to
are
like
you?
the 1990s, the early 2000s,
I think the other one sent me the fucking
that
same
is the
shit.
stuff. I think that is like the black hole of the Epstein saga. We don't have nearly enough from that era, and
Because
we
you
Alright,
had a-
that's what I need.
I
Milagros
think we had a
9016 said,
prosecution that
Hi.
explicitly was so narrow that whatever existed would
I'll
not
send
even
it to you
be
in
caught.
Discord. I need you to give me a 3D model
Right.
of
they
that
were
Warhammer
specifically
fucking
going
figure.
after him for underage sex.
And if you could do it,
And they did
Yeah, it was
look
the
at
one
the
case,
full
but the
picture
case-
of the
we
operation.
talk.
They didn't even.
Other than that, I ain't
The
really got much to say
Palisoni
to you. But I'm
said,
broke
I'll
as
wait
shit.
for you
So
to
like,
that round.
all you
The
doing is wasting
prosecutor
time
was
talking to me
told
anyway.
that
For real, for real.
He was above their pay grade.
Like,
It was
what
one
you
of the
think?
things
Just
he
because
said.
like
It was
I'm
like
streaming
slaves,
here in
right?
America, I got some money.
I was
Milagros
told he was
90
intelligent.
Hell
16
no.
Yes, I've asked.
Side.
Where they're like,
I'm doing this for a voice, so they
where
can't
there
hit
are
me no
documents
MK
connecting
Ultra
Jeffrey
bullshit.
Epstein
So I can
directly
tell
to
you all about the
government
funny hat
intelligence
people.
The
agencies or anybody
Palisoni said,
else's,
I
and the
made it
answer
a
is
little
no.
late.
But if that shit existed, it
What's
wouldn't
up,
exist in
Oh
2006.
shit,
What
Valley.
is
I
it
forgot all
like
about
being
waiting
the
for
vice
you. I
president?
fucking
Like, how
accidentally
much
hit the fucking shit. Hold on,
access
let me
do
get
you
back.
have to information?
How do I get up out of here?
Because
So I'll give you another conspiracy. So I have
Milagros
like,
90
Wait right there.
effectively
said,
Wait right there.
Hi, lies.
Unlimited.
Hi,
But I
lies.
think that the
Okay.
Darlene,
one of the
a
things that I've learned about
9009
the
said,
job
sorry.
is you're doing so much on the
Darlene,
day-to-day.
a
No, not
9009
VTuber.
Trying to get them
said,
to pass a piece
you
of
talking
legislation,
about
you're meeting with
VTuber.
staff about what should go in
No,
housing,
I'm
you're
talking about a
negotiating
model
with the
for a
Iranians,
3D
you
printer,
cut a
so I can put it
Milagros
in a
9016
slicing
said,
software.
hard R.
And a lot of it, like the UFO thing, like I've said that I'm
What the
gonna,
fuck
like,
are you
I'm
saying,
gonna look into the UFO
Milagros?
thing. And I've been saying that for a year and a half. And I haven't
Darlene,
done it yet because
a
I haven't had time.
9009
And so
said,
some
okay.
of this is like you just have to have the time to actually punch through the walls and to like go to the gatekeepers and say you have to open up that gate because I'm the vice president. And some of it is just
Darlene,
hard to
a
actually get to because I don't have the
9009
time to
said,
sort of focus on
anyways,
that one issue.
what's your
for any
last call on
particular
my
period of
work?
time. So the answer is you have unlimited access
What
to
do you mean?
information.
It
The
looks like the
constraint is
same
not
busted
people
stuff
telling
I've
you
seen
no.
everywhere.
The
Like,
constraint
I can't
is
tell which
you're just so busy doing other
which
shit.
shit was yours and which shit was the shit the other person
The
sent me.
UFO thing, I think, would be something that I would want to pursue.
Like, for
Yes,
example, where's it at?
just
Where's
for
it
my
at?
own personal
Discord.
information, I would want to know
This
what
is
going
this
on.
correct.
So the question is, are these
Okay, here you go. This so the
specialized
people in the chat can
programs
decide here,
that
okay?
are
How many
above
people in
top
I got
secret,
10 I got 10 people in the
and
chat. So
that
this
is our
is
own
Darlene,
stuff?
a
this is one
9009
artist.
said,
This is one artist
how
right
did you
here.
Far more
claim this?
bizarre,
And
something
their digital
that
artwork.
is interdimensional,
Right.
from another planet,
This
whatever.
is one. Let me
fill in
slow
the
it down a
blank.
little
Is
bit.
it
Back
foreign?
down.
And
Yeah.
if it's foreign, it's
One
like
of them, and
6,000
their
miles
artwork.
away or like
And then this
6,000
is
light years away.
Right.
Yes.
This is another artist and their
Darlene,
artwork.
a
I believe this
9009
is.
said,
I believe
"What
this is Darlene.
if I prove
I believe this is
the
Darlene.
work I send
I'll
you
get
is
to the bottom of
mine?"
it.
How are you gonna have the time to do
Y'all
that?
see?
Like,
Y'all see what I'm saying?
What would that entail?
Eventually, I'll have like a few weeks where I can just.
And
sit
then
down
I can
work
show
on
y'all
it.
what
You
ChatGPT can
said
do.
something that I
You
thought
know what I
was
mean?
very
It's like it
bizarre.
could do
Okay,
whatever.
thing, though, I will say.
Like,
Is
that was just a
one of
random picture I
those
sent to him. I was
conspiracy
like, that's what I
theories
want. Make me that in a 3D print
that
model version.
there are a
Y'all
lot of
can't.
people in our government who are interested in this, meaning our current political.
Y'all just like
leadership
wasting my
are interested in
goddamn
this
time.
question, and it hasn't like.
Alright, my
nothing
bad,
has
homie.
really
I'm ready when
happened
you are. You
yet,
good?
Which
Follow.
makes me a little bit less interested.
I think you're gonna have to click the
'Cause there
ladder
are a
on
lot
your
of
own,
people
though.
with access to those files and access to that information, and nothing has changed since Biden left office.
Alright, we Gucci.
Which makes me think other people have looked into it and they just haven't necessarily found something. But anyway, I eventually, I promise you,
Fuck
I'm
did
gonna,
he say?
sit down and spend a couple of weeks trying to figure out what's in these files.
Darlene,
Actually,
a
I've done it yet.
9009 said,
You said something that
"So
I
what
thought
if
was
I
very
prove
odd.
you that
Okay.
You said that
the
you
work
thought
I
that they were
sent is all
demons.
made by me?"
I still don't care. I told you I need 3D models for
Okay,
3D
I did say
printer.
that.
What did you
That's
do?
what I need. I'd
Well,
send you the exact like with
first of all,
file
they're
names
not
I
just in
need is
Christianity,
like
but in,
STL
other
and
world
something else
religions.
like that.
There
Like
are a
that's what I need.
number of,
Them types of
like,
shits.
you know,
Everything else is
mystical
like
things that
pointless, but
happened,
like the shit that I need AI can't do. Therefore,
extra,
I don't
like,
expect you to
I'm
be
not
able to
one of
do
these
it.
people who's like a hyper rationalist.
Which means
Like,
I'm
I
either
think
gonna
there are
have to
things
find some
happening in
like
the world
website
that aren't
somewhere that has the
seen.
shit, which I
I
know
don't
they're out
believe in
there
God. I
because
think that there is
they
a
make
kind of
3D
what's
printed
the
parts
word I'm
for
looking for? Not
for fucking
extraterrestrial.
Second Amendment applications,
Supernatural. There are supernatural.
and I'm
things
sure
out
other
there, okay?
other types of shit that we just that
So
just generally wouldn't be
if you look
anywhere.
historically at,
So I know that
you know,
somebody's just doing
Darlene,
fucking
a
the model
9009 said,
proxies or
"Can you
whatever,
show me the work someone
the
else has
original
sent you?"
scan shit.
Some like
I
strange
just
being
did on the
that kinda
stream.
looks
You
like a
couldn't
human
tell the
being,
difference
doesn't
because
look
it all
like
looks the
it's
fucking
not
same.
human, and it shows a particular interest
Where
in human
the poll?
beings,
I gotta go
and then
fucking
it
pole
takes the
dance.
human beings and, you know, like, does weird
Did I get
experiments on
smacked
them.
any fucking way?
Now,
What
my
the fuck?
argument is that's either bullshit, right? You're either talking to a crazy person, which I don't, like,
Darlene,
I'm not
a
saying
Oh, Darlene, yo.
9009 said,
doesn't believe
"Again,
I believe in
please,
everything supernatural.
stop right."
But if we're talking about
What do you mean
an
again?
extraterrestrial
I am so
being
fucking confused,
that
yo.
is
Is there like a
human-like
language
but
barrier or
not
something
human,
going on here?
that
Darlene,
contains
a
effectively infinite powers and
9009
is
said,
torturing human beings,
"I would like to see the person
you can call
because
it an
I've
alien
seen
if
my
you
work
want, but
there."
I think there's a lot of historical precedent to call
It
that
was
a
the
demon.
same.
Well, a
Why?
lot of these stories
Oh, look.
and these accounts.
We have one right
Yeah.
here on the, on the
demonic
coaster.
alien. Yeah, that's the mothership logo. A lot of these accounts.
Like, I fucking hate
are
arguing with
not
computers, yo.
people being tortured.
Darlene,
They're
a
people
9009
that are
said,
being
"Can you
exposed
show
to
me the username of the
information, like
person on your
Travis Walton
Discord?"
story is a very famous case.
The Pulsing
Yeah.
247 said,
I'm pretty
"Snow
sure it was on the
buckets?"
stream
I
too.
got a Travis Walton
I
story.
lost it trying to
It's
go
one of the
through
most
when I was trying to
famous,
douse this fucking
UFO
fire.
abduction stories.
Okay.
There's a movie with DB Cooper in
And-
the.
And like,
God
what is the
damn.
information that they gave Travis Walton?
Was DB Cooper that was the DB Sweeney. DB Cooper was the guy who stole the money.
Over here arguing with a fucking bot
Fire in the Sky. There's
The
a
Pulsing
about their
movie-
fucking
247
digital
said,
art being
"Haha,
trash.
gotta love the fires."
1993. Good movie. But
Right, though?
sensational and
And I'm
Travis
fucking
Walton says
fired.
they
Everything about this
made a
fucking
bunch of
shit's
shit up, but
irritating.
That's not what happened. But
Yeah.
And then everyone was
the
like, it's the
story
fastest
was
fucking
that he
fishing
was,
method.
a
Bullshit.
logger in
Bullshit,
Arizona,
this is the fastest.
and he was leaving a job. They were all together in a truck, and these loggers saw this thing, this light, land in this forest, and they went to go investigate. He jumps out of the truck, and he gets close to it, and he's hit by some beam of light and knocked to the ground.
And that contains effectively infinite powers and is torturing
God
human beings.
damn it, they were
You can call
saying
it
some
alien
shit.
if you want, but I think there's a lot
See,
of
this is what I
historical
fucking hate. I'm not trying to
precedent
sit
call
here
that
and do
demon.
some shit I gotta pay to
Well,
fuck attention to.
A
Six
lot of
goddamn
these,
things at the same fucking moment at 4 a.m.
Oh, look, and these accounts.
Like,
One right
Yeah.
here on the, on
Demonic
the
alien.
coaster.
Yeah, that's the mothership logo.
The Pulsing 247 said,
A lot of
"What's your
these,
initial goal for
accounts
recovery on your account?
are not
What are the stats and what major items did you
beings
lose?"
or people being tortured.
I didn't lose like
They're
anything major,
people
bro. I
Tom
lost like
34
a full
said,
set of
"Better off
adding.
FK fly fishing
Travis
salmons."
Walton story
That's
is a
what I'm
very
fucking
famous
saying.
case.
Okay, I
from the
don't know this one. I'm gonna
1970s.
read about
Like,
it on the
this
way back,
fucking
though.
shit's
This
stupid
guy
as
right
fuck,
here.
yo.
I got a Travis Walton
Okay.
bobblehead. He's one of the most famous UFO abduction stories.
Okay.
And now I gotta
There's a
hopefully I
movie,
tether to the pole and didn't misclick
DB
to. Oh, I
Cooper
don't have a
was
fucking.
the
Oh,
And
it's
like, what is
over.
the information that they
It's
gave you
over, and I
for
didn't gain
Travis
any
was
fucking
DB
thing.
Cooper that was the DB Sweeney. DB Cooper was the guy who stole the money and jumped out of the plane. Fire in the Sky.
Yeah, it would
There's
be.
a
It would be
movie
better
about
off
Yeah,
fucking
I remember
AFK and
this
fly
movie. I don't think I
fishing
ever
fucking
saw it,
Sam.
though.
1993. Good movie, but sensational.
I'd have been had
and,
fucking
and
level
Travis
53
Walton
by
says
now
they
for all the fucking time I
made a
fucking
bunch of
spent
shit
trying
up,
to do
and
this stupid
that's not
shit.
what happened. But
Yeah.
the story was that he was a logger in Arizona.
I'm just gonna cuss out the
and he
next
was,
digital artist that
leaving a
fucking
job.
talks to
They
me,
were all
y'all.
together in a truck,
I'm
and
apologizing to you
these
guys
loggers
watching
saw
now.
this
It's gonna
big
get a
The
little out of
pulsing
hand,
247
but I'm gonna
said,
have to fucking
"You
do
should
it.
do
I'm so
solo
fucking
trial
tired of
with
these
TBA."
motherfuckers talking to me about nothing.
He jumps out of the truck, and he gets close to it, and he's hit by some beam
What the
of
fuck is
light
solo
and
trawler?
knocked to the ground. They take off, and then they realize, like, we've got to go back. We don't know what's going on. Like, they turn around.
Wait, go get a rope.
to
Go get a
back
rope.
to
Go
him.
get a rope.
They,
Go
they
get a
freaked
rope.
out and panicked. They go back to get him. He's gone. The police interview them. They think that they killed him. They
Get the
there's an
fucking rope.
investigation. 5 days later, he shows up, wearing the same clothes, and he has this crazy story. And he had been in this spaceship for 5 days, is what he said. And that
The
they had
pulsing
fixed him,
247
they
said,
healed him,
"Sorry,"
and then
meaning
they
you should
had
do solo
communicated
tempo.
with him telepathically, and he had this
Tom
very
under
bizarre
34
encounter
said,
I tried
with
to. I
"Hey,
didn't
these,
fuck.
I
I
don't
didn't get
blame
any
you if you
further.
do.
beings that aren't
Quite
from
annoying
here.
at this point."
Or if they are from
All
here, they're
right.
very different than us.
Okay, so I guess my response to that would be
It'd be different if, like, I
extra
didn't
powerful
sit here and
beings,
talk
in
to
this
them,
case,
like,
communicating
show their
telepathically,
artwork and all
helping
that types of
people
shit. And they're like, it was good
potentially
shit,
find angels.
but I
So I guess
showed it, and
my
then,
goal
like, show it
here-
again.
let me
Right.
Like,
make
what the
like,
fuck are you talking,
steel
man?
maybe
Now you're
version
just
of my
wasting my
argument.
fucking time and energy.
It's
Leave me
that-
fuck alone.
Okay. My dog.
I can't stand that shit. And it's
there's
like
very little
every
difference
stream.
between me and God.
I was really
You know, I
hopeful
can
one of these
literally walk
motherfuckers
into
be
a
able to do
room
the
and
shit
turn the
too.
light on. I can make food appear
Instead of just being
instantaneously.
retarded.
I can transport myself across time and space very, very rapidly. If you're a human being with intelligence, but not supernatural intelligence, I guess my point is, again, this could all be nothing.
Alright, I gotta go
really
back
happened yet, which makes me a little bit less interested in it. Because there are a lot of people with access to those files and access to that information, and nothing has changed since Biden left office, which makes me think other people have looked into it and they just haven't necessarily found something. But anyway, I eventually, I promise you, I'm gonna like sit down and spend a couple of weeks.
No,
trying
why?
to
I
figure
never
out
said.
these files.
No, man.
I actually haven't done it yet.
You said something that I thought was very odd.
Yo, I fucking
You
hate
said
this shit.
that you thought
I
that
hate
they were
all of this
goblins.
fucking shit.
Okay, I did say that.
What did you mean by that?
Well, first of all, there not just in Christianity, but in a number of world religions, there are a number of mystical things that happened, extra dimensional, I'm not one of these people who's like a hyper rationalist. I think that there are things happening in the world that we're not always seeing. I believe in God. I think that there is a kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Not extra real.
Supernatural.
Supernatural. There are supernatural things that are happening. Okay. So, if you look historically at, things that are similar to the alien phenomenon, where some strange being, it kind of looks like a human being, but doesn't look like, but it's not human, and it shows a particular interest in human beings, and then it takes the human beings and does weird experiments on them. I think my argument is that's either bullshit, right? You're either talking to a crazy person, which I don't like. I'm not saying just because I believe in the supernatural doesn't mean I believe in everything supernatural. But if we're talking about an extraterrestrial being that is human-like but not human, that contains effectively infinite powers and is torturing human beings, you can call it an alien if you want, but I think there's a lot of historical precedent to call that a demon.
Well, a lot of these stories and these accounts.
We have one right here on the
demonic
coaster.
alien. Yeah, that's the mothership logo. a lot of these accounts are not of people being tortured. They're people that are being exposed to information, like the Travis Walton story is a very famous case
Okay, I
from the
don't know this one. I'm
1970s.
gonna read about it on the way back, though.
It's this guy right here. I got a Travis Walton
Okay.
bobblehead. He's one of the most famous UFO abduction stories.
Okay.
There's a movie.
Sorry to have to
with
keep
D.B.
restarting
Cooper
this part.
in the,
And like, what is the information that they gave Travis Walton?
was D.B. Cooper that was the D.B. Sweeney. D.B. Cooper was the guy who stole the money and jumped out of the plane. Fire in the Sky. There's a movie.
Oh, of course.
from
Yeah, I remember this movie. I don't think I ever saw it though.
1993. Good movie, but sensational. And Travis Walton says they made a bunch of shit up, and that's not what happened. But
Yeah.
the story was that he was a logger in Arizona, and he was leaving a job. They were all together in a truck, and these loggers saw this light, land in this forest, and they went to go investigate. He jumps out of the truck, and he gets close to it, and he's hit by some beam of light and knocked to the ground. They take off, and then they realize, like, we've got to go back. We don't know what's going on. Like, they turn around. They go back to get him. They're freaked out and panicked. They go back to get him. He's gone. The
Tong under
police
234
interviewed
said,
them.
"Are they
think that
talking about
killed him.
aliens?"
They there's
Yeah.
an investigation. 5 days later, he shows up, wearing the same clothes, and he has this crazy story. And he had been.
Yeah, so the government they've done multiple congressional hearings over the years. But back in like 2023, they did like a big one where they had a whole bunch of like different whistleblowers and shit like that. Whistleblowers, but a couple of them, you can't really deny their story. Like the one about the Tic Tac over in the USS Nimitz and all that type of shit off of San Diego or the coast of San Diego or whatever that shit was. Like, you can't really like discredit that shit. So evidently there was something. And you start, looking back, like, all right, so what's provable? What the fuck can't, they just did they just not bullshit away? And it's like, well, 1947 Roswell, where they were like, we got the crashed fucking aircraft, or the crashed fucking the crashed saucer, whatever the fuck it was in the goddamn actual report. And then it was like a day later, 2 days later, once the army got there, it was like, oh yeah, that was a weather balloon. And then you look at the technological leaps and bounds that we've made since 1947 to today, compared to the 2,000 years prior to it. And either somebody's been fucking lying, or somebody's been fucking lying. It's just, what are they lying about? Like, did we always have this type of technology? Or, like, how the fuck, because we didn't just decide, like, microchips and computers and all that out of fucking thin air, out of nowhere. But then you start going down the rabbit hole with that shit, and you get to, like, the people that died over the shit, like Phil Schneider and Bob Cooper and shit like that. Then that's how you end up starting getting to, like, the Alex Jones type of conspiracies and whatnot. The New World Order and the Lizard People and all that fucking types of shit. There's too much to it to not be something. What the fuck is EGET?
In this spaceship for 5 days, is what he said, and that they had fixed him, they healed him, and then they had communicated with him telepathically, and he had this very bizarre encounter with these beings.
Milagros 9016 said,
Or if
"Get
they
off
are from
live."
here, they're very different than us.
I guess this motherfucker easy as fuck,
my
homie.
response to that would be extra powerful beings, in this case communicating telepathically, helping people. Sounds like an angel. So I guess
Right.
here's let me make the
My
skewed
problem is I'm
version
not
of my
motherfucking getting enough XP
It's
from the
that
shit.
Milagros 9016 said, "Live."
My dog.
What's
there's no
up
real
there,
difference between me
Milagros?
and
How you
God.
doing
My
tonight?
dog,
Welcome
I can
on back.
literally walk into a room and turn the light on.
How's your mama
I can
doing
make
tonight?
food appear instantaneously. I can transport myself across time and space very, very rapidly. If you're a human being with intelligence, but not supernatural intelligence, I guess my point is, again, this could all be bullshit. This could all be fake. That's a possibility.
Milagros 9016 said, "Get
Is
off
there
now."
really a meaningful difference between an angel or a demon?
It is getting about that
and a
time, too.
space alien with super technology. To our perception, they would largely just look like the same thing.
I think we're capable of nuance. We're capable of understanding that human beings are far more complex and evolved than chimpanzees. And we could imagine a world where if we don't blow ourselves up and there's not a nuclear bomb and we don't get hit by an asteroid, if we live another million years, that we would have technology
Get there.
that's
Photo
indistinguishable
photo
from
poll.
magic. Right?
Exactly. That's
Right,
exactly
but that
what I'm saying.
doesn't
And then we
mean
could
that
show
they're
up on another
angels and
planet.
demons. It just means
100%. By the way, feel like that the Noah's Great Flood and all that. There was that
Milagros,
100%
قال
happened,
إبر
and
حلق
there was an
say,
ancient
oh whoa,
civilization
oh whoa,
here
oh whoa.
prior to the flood,
Who whoa?
and because in order for us to be here now, they would have had to be like numerous enough and technologically advanced enough to survive, something like that. Plus, you know, the lucky few that were in like places that didn't get flooded out, but I'm pretty sure it covered most. It hit most of this shit. I think it wiped the land clean. I think that's why we can only find like certain structures. And then we got all these other mega structures, like these megalithic fucking structures that are just like knocked over piles of Legos now. And you can only imagine the type of force to do something like that to those fucking piles of bricks.
they're hyper evolved, advanced civilizations from somewhere else.
And what I'm
Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button for me too, fellas. Appreciate y'all.
saying is the perception of those beings to a more simple intelligence.
Sure.
There's not a meaningful difference. So you're like talking about what it is that these things actually are. And I guess what I'm talking about is how would a human being with my level of intelligence or your level of intelligence in 2026 understand what's going on?
Right, but from a biblical perspective, there's a very big difference between a demon and a hyper intelligent being from somewhere else.
I mean, a demon or a hyper intelligent, malicious.
If demons are real, if there really are dark forces in the universe and they're disembodied dark forces, these things that exist,
yes,
and then there's also powerful light forces in the universe. That they don't have to be mutually exclusive to the concept of hyper intelligent other species.
Absolutely.
When you're looking at an insanely vast universe,
I don't think they have to be, but I think that it is interesting to me that for most of human history, we would have understood supernatural, hyper powerful, hyper knowledgeable things as sort of celestial or
we would have thought of a cell phone as being sorcery. I mean, it doesn't.
I mean, all the random Da Vinci paintings where they're just like pointing up at the fucking UFO in the background of the painting.
That doesn't mean it's sorcery. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just technology. That argument doesn't make any sense to me.
Well,
and this is not discounting the possibility of demons or discounting the possibility of angels.
Well, I guess I understand your point.
Why did I tether off?
I don't actually disagree with this. I don't think we're
I
saying
thought we were about to get
different.
busted.
That, you know, metaphysically, there could be two separate things going on. There could be there could be extra Earth, outside of Earth space aliens, and there could also be angels and demons. These could be two totally separate things. One could be true, not the other. I totally concede and agree with that point.
I think it's a form of all of them.
What I'm saying is, it's a distinction that is conceptually interesting to me, but if a space alien with like superhuman technology comes to the Earth and has malicious intent, I don't know how I'm supposed to tell the difference between that and a demon.
If they have malicious intent, but I mean, isn't that also the case with visiting people, right? Like you could have a country and you get visited by the Peace Corps, or you get visited by pirates.
Yeah.
You know, and are the pirates demons? Is the Peace Corps angels?
No, but I think we're talking about something much different.
Are we
Stop fucking running. Stop fucking running.
A hyper advanced version of that.
We're talking about. I mean, as I understand it, we're talking about things that exist outside the United States. Outside of the Earth. Okay, and two
Perhaps.
different types of beings that could exist outside. Or, I mean, okay, maybe
There's a lot of people.
Yep,
You know,
who
Tim
think that
Burchett thinks that they're here.
there's Atlantis or there's something else
Well,
like
that they're somehow or another they're survivors of a long gone civilization that live under the ocean.
Yeah,
It's
Well,
just as
here-
kooky
here's-
as living
but
in
here's
space.
here's the way I would put it is like there's also a difference between a demon and a ghost, right? These things are two very different conceptual things.
Right.
But if I'm a human being and I meet a malicious ghost, maybe I think it's a demon, and maybe all I'm saying is maybe there's some point at which the conceptually interesting. This is such a weird.
Wait, did he
conversation.
just say we all
Maybe
know
put
there's such
together,
thing as
that's-
ghosts?
I totally concede.
Is that what that
and agree
motherfucker
with
just
that
said?
point. I guess what I'm saying is it's a distinction that is conceptually interesting to me, but if a space alien with like superhuman technology comes to the Earth and has malicious intent, I don't know how I'm supposed to tell the difference between that and a demon.
If they have malicious intent, but I mean, isn't that also the case with visiting people? Right? Like you could have a country and you get visited by the Peace Corps, or you get visited by pirates.
Yeah.
You know, and are the pirates demons? Is the Peace Corps angels?
No, but I think we're talking about something much different. I mean,
Are we? Are we
we're-
talking about something different, or are we talking about a hyper advanced version of that?
We're talking about. I mean, as I understand it, we're talking about things that exist outside the United States.
All right, let me get this last fucking level.
And two
Perhaps.
different types of beings
No.
that exist outside. I mean, okay.
No,
maybe
I
There's a
missed
lot of
them.
People,
Yep,
you know,
who
Tim
think that they're-
Burchett thinks that they're here.
There's
Fuck it.
Atlantis or there's something else
Well,
like
that
that.
they're somehow or another they're survivors of a long gone civilization that live under the ocean.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
just as
here-
kooky
here's-
as living
but
in
here's
space.
here's the way I would put it is
I
like, there's
missed you,
also a
homie.
difference between a demon and a ghost, right? These things are two very different conceptual
Whoa.
things.
Right.
But if I'm a human being and I meet a malicious
But I think
ghost,
I'm just
maybe
gonna run
think
in
it's a
here and
demon,
grab this last
maybe
level and fucking
all I'm
bounce up out of
saying
here
is
anyway.
Maybe there's some point at which the conceptually interesting. This is such a weird conversation. At which point the conceptually interesting discussion of what it is separate from how it appears to me and how I'm going to understand it as a human being in my particular social and cultural context in 2026. But if you're looking for me to concede the point that there is something different or could be something different between an angel, a demon, a space alien, a supernatural,
Damn, I went back way far.
but non any of those other things beings, yes, I concede that.
Yeah. The question is, what do these special access programs like? What is the information that's available? Like, how?
My
know,
understanding
according
is
to
that it's
David
basically-
Brush and a lot of these other people, that there have been crash retrieval programs.
Okay, and I've talked to Dave before. I think I called him actually after he was on your podcast. So there's like the
I do
crash
like
retrieval
49
stuff, whether
rewards.
That's real or not. Where is it, etc.
Ugh.
There's the videos, right? There are all of these videos.
You
some of
getting
which
there
are
then,
released
homie.
and declassified that seem to me show some.
I just
pretty
got
cool
level
stuff.
50,
And
52.
then
I'm gonna have
there
to
might
get
be other
53
pieces of evidence
tomorrow.
As well, I'm not saying there is or isn't. I just don't.
Is-
I try to keep an open mind about this stuff. All
Damn.
I'm saying is I'm fascinated by it. I don't have like some secret sauce, at least not yet. that
Tong
tells
Understood
me
34
what's
said,
true
I'm
and
gonna
what's
head out
false.
horror.
I'm just saying,
Got work in a few
this
hours.
is something that
Take
I'm
care now.
interested in.
I appreciate you stopping in,
It
Tong.
doesn't-
Like I
it's
said, I'm
because
just gonna
it's-
finish up this
it's
last
like anything
boss
in
run. I
life
think I'm probably
where
gonna head to bed myself.
Do I have to figure this out this week? No. So I'm gonna do the things that I have to, like negotiate with the.
Before I
Iranians
start
and
falling
stuff
asleep
like
in the
that.
chair, yo.
Let's imagine a world where the Iranian negotiations go swimmingly.
I start yawning and have y'all
Everything's
falling
God
asleep.
willing. God
You
willing.
know,
But shit, I guess it's that time of night, huh?
States decide, hey, let's invest money in Iran. Let's change hearts and minds. Whew. Okay. Avoided a gigantic apocalyptic scenario. What could be done? Like, if we have information,
Well, I
like,
think it's
who has this information, and why are they holding on to this information? And what do you know the Hal Puthoff story?
No.
So Hal Puthoff, who used to work for NASA, said that he was brought in during the Bush administration, where they were proposing disclosure, and they were saying, this is what they were saying. They're saying we have biological remains and we have physical crafts we're proposing disclosure, and they brought in a bunch of thought leaders, different disciplines, different schools of thought, and they said, I want you to compile a list of pros and cons and put a numerical value on how this is going to affect society, how is this going to affect religion, how is this going to affect government, how is this going to affect economy, all these different things. And when they compiled this list, every one of them had more in the con than in the pro, and they decided against disclosure because of that. Now, if that's the case, what are we talking about? Like, who has this information?
Yeah, right.
What is this information?
Right.
If that wasn't just a thought experiment, if they weren't really just fucking with these people, which I don't understand why they would do that, but let's assume what is known, and why would they prevent that information from getting out?
Well, that's that's a big if.
Have you seen the movie The Age of Disclosure?
I've not.
Okay. Well, a lot of people, including intelligence officers, different people in the government, are in this documentary. And one of the things that they're saying is part of the problem with all this is if they have had these programs going on for so long, that means they've been misappropriating funds and they've been lying to Congress. So all these people that were involved in these programs.
This argument. Yeah, I've heard this argument. Yeah.
So Lou Elizondo and all these other people have said, look, what we're going to need is mass amnesty for people that are involved in this. It's the only way you're ever really going to get to the bottom of it. The problem with that is, if you've got unlimited money and you've got misappropriation of funds and lying to Congress, I guarantee some of that money has gone to places it shouldn't have gone.
100%.
Like it always does.
Yeah. So, like, it's always very hard to engage in these, like, super generic, super general, I should say,
hold up.
because, you know, like, if look, we've got
Nemo was outside.
millions of space aliens and we're hiding them, then there are a million possibilities for that. What would explain it, how it would have happened. I am skeptical that's true. And the reason I'm skeptical that it's true that we have the physical remains is not because I don't think that's something that, like, is physically possible, or that the government's willing to do and able to do a lot of crazy stuff in our history and the history of all governments. I am skeptical of the competence. I actually made this point to Dave when we talked, and I think he's a very interesting guy. So I don't mean to insult him or say I disagree with him about everything, but I made this point to Dave when we talked. It's like, if we have literal space alien remains in the custody of the United States government, there is no way that wouldn't leak out in some way.
It's leaked out multiple times.
Totally.
Well, I guess that's the counter argument.
Yeah,
but I think it would leak out
Nixon
more
story?
than
It's steady leaked out.
No,
Like, what the fuck are you even saying there,
drones in every way that we have. Like, it's plausible to me you could hide that in an era where you have to have a giant camera the size of these antlers in order to take a photo of something. But dude, I can take, like, you have cameras now that are like literally this tiny. That's the part that I'm skeptical of.
Okay,
that
but
we're hiding that.
Let me push back against that, because you know that if you have any sort of top secret, like if you go into a skiff, like there's no way you're bringing cameras in there.
Okay.
You're look, when I came here to this podcast studio, they had a dog check my truck.
And it's your
they had
studio?
to pop my trunk. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna blow up my own studio.
Yeah, but okay. So
you know what I'm saying?
But the counter argument though is they check that stuff on you. They don't check that stuff on everybody.
Everybody here, they did.
Everybody here.
Yeah.
But I'm saying,
but if
all
there's
all you need is one official with, like, the highest security.
I feel like I've been doing this wrong the whole time.
You're right. Certain
Or just
devices,
spending
like,
too much
they
time
have
bullshitting.
signals that they can pick up on, Bluetooth and all that.
I'll be
shit.
right back. Give me a second.
But to have access to go into a room where they have these things,
And no
if they
one-
did have these things, I guarantee you they're gonna make sure no one's got anything. They could easily scan you to make sure that you don't have any kind of electronics, any kind of camera, any kind of recording device. That's not hard.
I mean,
Especially if you've got something squirreled away at Area 51.
in the next
and
2.5 years, we're going to run this experiment because I got 2.5 more years as VP. And I swear to you, if there are little green men, like body remains.
Text me,
that-
please.
Well, I'm not going to text. No, I'm not going to text you. I'm going to try to smuggle a camera in and get a photo of these things.
Well, how would you, the Vice President of the United States of America, have to have a camera smuggled in to do that?
Well, maybe I wouldn't. But again, I've seen.
Do you think that you have the kind of authority?
Of
Like, look, let's imagine you find out that at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base they have
Hangar
some
18.
secure facility somewhere. Maybe it's not there. Maybe it's maybe they've kept it under wraps. Maybe it's in the mountains somewhere.
Yeah.
And you find out that this thing
Pet.
exists. Do you
That's
think
it?
it's as simple as you
Damn,
can
I
just
ain't
go
get
out
shit.
and tell everybody, or do you think that you get briefed on the implications of what would happen if you disclosed all this information?
Well, I would definitely get briefed on the implications of what would
and
happen.
they would
if I disclosed
probably
this
tell you,
information.
"Hey, you have to bullshit people."
Yeah, but dude, I'm not.
You're not gonna bullshit people?
Well, look, I have many skills as a politician and some vices, but like one of them is I'm just not a good liar.
Well, then they're not going to show it to you. You just fucked up. You just fucked up on this podcast by saying that.
What I
They'll
am
show
telling
it to
you,
the ladies on the View. That's
that's right.
the intellectual leaders of our
Trust
world.
me, they show it to the ladies at the View. It will be said 2 hours later. Anyway,
All right, folks. I'm gonna go ahead and get some sleep. Sorry to cut the podcast, but I'm short. Whatever. I'll keep it right here. I'll watch it tomorrow. Appreciate everybody watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. And remember, every horror story starts with a bad decision. All right. Okay. I'll check y'all later. I'm almost there. I got 52. I got one more fishing level, then 10 more mining levels, which should go a lot quicker than this shit. So I should be able to knock this shit out tomorrow. Talk to y'all later.